Ada benti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe. Epa ho ada ben.
Mr. Techado musi Nigeria for ade aye dembiem.
Nigeria for the near cano, tiawa, and yes, yes, Nigeria for no. You are now member high idea. Oko Equa Street and Equa Protocol. Or maybe I a service state. United Kingdom, UK, Omoko Jenny, you know, almost Jenny, but I'm pounds and Jenny. That means no more protective interest. Yes, I'm now Ghana 1994. Emrano 2003, a year review. Actually, 865, 37. Yes, petty trading belongs to Daniel, citizens. So, we are man from in our part of Bemuha. Yes, so, yeah, wholesale, and I said, yeah, supplying, or the crack or aspect of the market. But finance, no, over the years, no, I'm a better market to you. I just shop. I just saw Alpha Ghana 4, and I'll do Mudin, I register on the company name, no, no matter what you shop on a moment, and no matter somewhere there, almost supplying, wholesale, as I retailing. I didn't yes, sir. Ghana Magister. In the end, I say, Obi are for the Biasu. You can't comply. Obi are to show close to 300. Now, much and no matter what's not, they be a moment.
And no mutumu, and then so much. And consider bear number 2. And
then no mutumu, and then I'm going to be or Trana, you be a moment. But now, you share leadership on Ankasa, prominence, you be so much now. Now, you be an answer to. Say, no, Musia, that's a son, you have a media, and you be a moment, you have to say, oh, my president, Aqua Junction, and yeah, they are better so.
A crime ban in Nigeria for no presence or Aboso Kamaket or Air Hamo. Somebody now would did that, Obia Tonadi, Obia Yana Kakrawa. Omo Hamo crime ban.
C'est pas ça quoi tu
me patcho me din e bibi
bibi say
na me adom boko
bibi ça question we
yeah
na no makotu act na ma ma obi oye foreigner obi di jom be mu ha na na clear yes bojo man e 24 da omo Nigeria for omo policy no section 79 e making it clear ça pepe. We are man from a penny, which in the video Nigeria, clear.
Me jitum se emra almost war emrebi sawo me kai se I think say World Economic Forum first one yomo Africa Abuja Mikobi na me call one radio station so ekodi nkomo se na edia eno mu busa me am say that time na good tafo so asori den say adentina ye tight Nigeria fo edidwa wa hanam kire say e wo ye mra mu say adwuma bi sei no ye ma foreigners nye ano mu kra so ka say o ampa omo so wo mra bi saa timigitum. But this is the thing, Nigeria fo ebowura Aboso kan ni ada market mu no enye ne ena enye ne nso nko na mu raise saa issues we unsusu say ebi ababi amode ma asem fa no eno na emma asem no eto ntwa GIPC a awoso mode mra ne ye adwuma no omo wo ho but masan wo mo ho na mode mo ani asi Nigeria for no so ene opani a oya bedi akire wo Environmental Protection Agency say ne mo ye no enyam adwuma no eye GIPC adwuma etimoma GIPC enye na adwuma da ben na mode demonstration ko GIPC said GIPC say man pamo Nigeria for fear market ayensu emie shops. Are you not misdirecting your calls?
Bibi
Mr. Techado
omukasa ebi bi say no you betini ide ama mo the same reply ono e deputy no ono onim ne ekọ ana waso obisa ye edita ye sa obisa ye ono to na o kan no pe na ye ma order said the whole Ghana ya to market ma ono be den den no ko betu aye o ti ye foko na ne ye no ye si o manka so mo so ono abli apo so mo di say yo ya no ye hia data foreigners no ahi na o market ye ni mo ya ti committee over the years ye kwa tax force ye almost the must back this time they see your data kasa diama CEO no say These are the foreign nationals of marketing. Only 1,000, only 500. Almost our next association, we are very strong and vibrant. After 1 year, now we're marketing, now we are association. No, we are in okay. Many of us we are close to 50,000. Yeah, we are yeah, I can say again, we are close to 50,000. A few young foreign nationals, no data. No, how is the marketing? Who
no Cressa Abronia has been denied bail and Yaramande Nana.
No credit.
Pahuada Bay. Pahuada Bay. Pahuada Bay ti sinupi na no cre eye baako pe.
Mr. Techado, Musi Nigeria for a aye dembim.
On it one day, or can of it. Now, your mouth that said, who can get to market all over there. Don't go with me. Oh, you fuku. And yeah, yes, you on my some one rabbi. Apostle, you say, yo. You hear data. Foreigners, I hear no marketing, they knew more. You have to committee over the years. Your tax force, you almost be the most back. This time, they see your data, Kaseɛbɔ, CEO, say. These are the foreign nationals of marketing. Only 1,000, only 500. Almost our next association, we are very strong and vibrant. After 1 year, now we're marketing, now we are association. No, we are in okay. Many of us we are close to 50,000. Yeah, we are yeah, I can say again, we are close to 50,000. A few young foreign nationals, no data. No, how is the marketing? Yeah, this is better. All of them who said, who's a no or now I'm best at the Amapoko. And almost a kind of friend of me, who I'm not a couple. Yeah, people should say, yeah, and ground, I am successful. Or China, you don't miss ya. You don't share ya, you big damn almost. If you are near the Gitanama, Ministry of Trade and Industry, the demand is very big. Now, I can say, there must be so get money. These are the people who are marketing. Come, my first one, I'm better than no. Yeah, yeah, Juma. I get way. And so, almost die as yet. Almost die as yet. Almost kind of pay because it's too near back. You should be very careful. 2 million Gutano, and you'll be the young Cotaho. I'm going to check why. Now, you're going to say, you know, because I get any. It's an immense for Gatanima. If you never did yet.
Enti, afei na mo gather data hunu Nigeria for do ammonium war market or.
Over the years, you need to be.
And they say as an association, crown one home.
Yeah, they buy 2 years in the association. Executive buy 2 years in the. I think I'm sure say, yeah, to send your money so. Am I ya one man?
To Musumo ya research on.
Oh, that's research agenda. They can research and all. Research the me dimuti my own. You can be near research on my.
Enti, so far, Okasa about is it 300 Nigerians now? Is it 300 ahead?
They are more than 300, but data you could say here, on one person the also, I'm more assistant to a friend in the start. A Nigerian National Student Association.
Okay.
You tag for the player, these are members. But I interest in the almost any of the video from one of the almost the containers, almost the fuels, almost the way. Let me hear you. Now, almost your source of so kind of the Amazonas. If you are almost and your proper tunnels, and Rana to send your Monday, we deal with them. Ghana for now, almost 41 almost go after them. Yeah,
Sir, by next week or next month. Moti say, we say by next week or next month. Moti say, Ghana for AD Jawa Nigeria. Almost so, yeah, womu say ya. Edia nambeka.
Question of Bitano, baby, a rough question of Bitano.
I didn't ya.
And I'm minister to be cut out a year. And the festival logos FM.
Okay.
Almost yes. Say we are not starting them, but we need their information and data. A law, no, I quote the law now. This is our law, sir. A boy is wrong, but you understood what I said yesterday. There's no money problem. It is a okay set Ghana for Nigeria. The DB your man. Not just clearly no. I said more fertility. More yes, and I'm more admana yeno. And I'm not to say you're so kind. Yanko, be very peaceful, and that's it's them. Won't say yeah. But say baby, I'm yes simple, baby. Yes simple.
Simple, but ebi mu aka sɛ betimi the retaliation aba.
Me say ye demand ye adwuma. Ma put you out in policy no act no.
Yeah.
885 section 27:1 e make it clear wo. We are young ko so pa. Ye say 3 days or say 3 days. Ye ni omo achi ayi meet ye ne. They are so happy. Eja ye omo dey see ayi say adwuma no. O say be say e be video no channel ye bi so na mo. Ni ye dey aso dey ayi from dey wi.
Okay.
Ɛpa ho adabɛn. Ɛpa ho adabɛn.
Epa hoa
Epa.
da bem.
Say it again.
Epa
Hua
hoa
da bem.
da bem. Now together epa hoa da bem.
Awesome.
Ɛpa ho adabɛn.
No Cressa Abronya has been denied bail and Yarimande Nana.
No credit. And apparently you call court circuit court 9. The judge Mandeno into police custody. Say only appear on the 12th, Friday. It's you can say there. I'm for Eddie Chamanabonye. I could share if you say.
Or a fiasi anasa police cell.
I think police cell.
Okay. Intenye fiasi.
I think police cell.
Okay. Na muko court kwa duni yedi adie potin. Yesi chema bronya wa yedien.
Kwa du me no ena omdiabon. First one. Almost say publication of false material with the intent to cause fear and panic. Second kwedu with the ball no. A offensive conduct. So 2 counts are charging no any. Now in law no 2 counts in misdemeanor.
Okay.
We share the penal code and the treatment of misdemeanor completely at variance with the treatment method out to Chamana Point.
Musa fa no amachi na do sama me kakra.
Yo, send them kukro no. I don't know call court. We share car Black Maria kakaka police moving cell the chairman eshemo. We got to wakokum diba. And I channel. The police for Obejuma any say MPP for Ena Omonio Mubedi or Krum Ha. And the A do pa. And an internal party no Artikistan say Yebeye or Yekse against the Ghana police.
What's this MPP for na police for too many esi musodia ene ebe niamo mo pa. Obi nso beka say na so madwuma no mo ye if ogitum say sa 2 charges nyina fall under misdemeanor then obi beka say police for your madwuma na.
Your general secretary assigned a petition. You could die IGP and the Ghana police. Say you call Aquitiano. Aquitia organizer Edema NDC. A issue threat on the life of the minority leader, on your national organizer, Nana B, on chief whip, another play. Ye na ye video, Chairman Azoka, first and second vice chairman, Edema NDC. Senior Mutu share your third national vice chairman so on live TV. Video seen in our home. The petition Akoma IGP. You can say up to now, NDC for no day. Obia any attempt to cross say on memo modification, let alone say on mature. Intuition I say you won't have a police for you. And then Yentia say in a Ghana for. Now then a police for Ejumadi. I say you more abem we MPP near and running with the power. But we NDC near or found. So yes, sir, you create an atmosphere of discrimination. And boy, in the democracy, it's a whole lot of issues.
Modern petition.
Position, you're taking
General Secretary Justin Kodia at the petition, IGP. That same day now, I mean, say Akwetia District Police Command or so, Eba Bontimbe Kas, in fact, they issued a statement to say, Asemono was reported to their police station, Akwetia, na omo ye ehwehwemu. What say it doesn't suffice?
Nobody has been arrested.
Okay.
Ukrofona, omudi bonino. Omo bontia, omo nantia ye bibia omope. Adentia, omo ye NDC fontia. Dakome MPP for dakabana ya chiwomo. Eyi muse ena ye kasa etia no. Because a Bible for omejuma selectivity ebemwa. What you do is to create society. The we modie omo special. We modie as omo nyagana for. But we are all bona fide citizens of Omaiwe. Enti yesu siye ni say man me yejuma and nobody is above the law. Now the obia any above the law. It should be seen to be working. So obi kwadi bonia mrani ne bedi. But other intina NDC for no omotia mraswa omodi omugundi. But say MPP ni bibia ya chino. This calls for some serious introspection in saying nyama ewo mind way because ni ekono de kata and ya conscious of the way yesima emra eye adwuma wa Ghana ha no ebeduru mpepeso bia obia enfollow mra ne biom, and that's the point at which the law will fail all of us. But and say ebeduru some pepeso and sana we are cracking our heads ebi say who say na yenye den once your opportunity say you rate me correcting nyama no I think say you correcting nyama sisia na yema on my way enye adwuma se mrano ekuntia threats any bibia it should work across board. And you say abronya akokasa etia IGP na yakoche no ana se Obama akọ Facebook so akoposti picture etia IGP inti yakofa no ada nkrofo nkwala akotena TikTok so aye life inti yanchi womo. I think say we nyina emboa enche bia last 2 weeks or so and the NDC akwalabi always say RAF they did the RAF or so Orange Hospital Boa nurse you can say sa boy no on them free
committee report in by say contrary to the allegations say abu obi amobi nsem abu ni bibia says
committee na enye CID or by how you CID your police or investigation yenja agro ye di wo man we mo no o pe ne kura mo fama CID na CID and go investigate issues no
na
ye hu ne nokure
na MPP for mo je CID
at least they should try for us to see so o make me ayeduma no your committee o ma kwasna say even the people involved o ma invite o say they should appear before the committee na ye JD
so committees the abembia for maybe the name be brave fact finding and all of that more be set committees the investigate a number of
criminal
things.
Conduct
okay
obi akotwa should be so abono a criminal and your committee and about so about how your investigative bodies who are clothed with powers to investigate issues say almost here. It's minister and me for the like I say, instead of maybe accept no CID no mashem no me committee into committee no and nasi and share the AC now committee ko nasi anu ti no the report about saying say on my investigation Yedi agro too much our mind.
Inti sanka CID na ye investigation no mo de report ba bontene anka mo begye atum saa.
You better examine the content of the report. Any you see here no. Say addressing issues now. Why not? That's how it the system. That's how the system works. But now I tend to say you better cover up and we a party into you better know into those things what.
Chairman,
I brought the issue to say misdemeanor. Obviously, we did the IGP attempt. Yeah, public figures. No, you did attempt.
But say you too much say.
He says John Dramani Mahama. You didn't attempt.
But say verbal abuse.
Nana Kufado. Oh my way, you didn't attempt. For the last 8 years, I said Okofi.
Shouldn't we pull the brakes at a point by setting examples with people?
He who seeks equity must come with clean hands.
Okay.
The beneficiaries of insults cannot turn to the end and tell us, say, the enye. No, we do for Sonny, the man can say enye. It's on what moral grounds are they? Ne ekache say enye. Yenjin too.
Dabena demonstration ya mose mo beye ebeba so for Chairman Abronye.
Yeah, the date and time, Betuja. Yeah, the date and time. And the information behind it, Betuja.
Now, demonstration mususu se besa bibi.
What's that?
Demonstration no mususu se ebesa bibi ana.
Well, it is up to the police and up to the citizens of Ghana, because we are coming to awaken the consciousness of the people. Because we are say ye kebi amamu. Into ye chin my phone again akosiso. Now ye petition ye the back round they command the foreign embassies. Say Ghana police are grossly trampling upon the freedom and liberties of the people of Ghana under a democratic state,
Mustafa,
and a democratic government.
You've been here before. I think, sir, quite recently, the minority, a similar exercise. I think, sir, Mrana, finance minister, the media budget review, Airco Parliament, the minority chose, say, the similar petitions, call round, given to the embassies and missions, ostensibly about the way a bino perceived to be so titia, Ghana for far who are largely MPP for. Yehunu resource be a free moaba, and this is the minority of Ghana's parliament. An attractive response be what convinces you say this time around we base MBB?
We specifically against Ghana police. Specifically against Ghana police and national security.
How does that make it different?
Oh, it makes a lot of difference. Let's get to the page. We'll cross it.
But you being the youth organizer, what's your gauge? And I say, then of course within the rank and file of the party, sang semu ya moken resonate. Party members, do they feel say the party and the MPP in Pennyfoy are under attack, and I say there is some detachment? What's the grounds telling you?
On Facebook, the sentiment of MPP youth. In fact, we cry long overdue. And I'm going to give them the avenue to vent until you see it.
Epahuada benti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe. Epahuada ben
Epa, Rua,
Epa.
da bem.
Say it again.
Epa,
Epa.
Epa,
Rua.
Rua,
Da bem.
da bem. Now together, Epa, Rua, da bem.
Awesome. Awesome.
ɛpa ho ada bɛn
Baby,
Simon.
when you say first now you been you shut down politics. You see politics for no money or money into money. But na mumu e binu so nti enyina ni agi say e bebo ama o man na koso na e bo 1 o'clock pe na wa lawyer ama o man na lawyer for enyina pon akofia koda nyamishra
ɛpa ho ada bɛn
Now I need to make a confession be ene. Also TV no and that time na e wa ba mu. Edi ka ma mi chia wo enchia somewhere ha ni atifo nyina wi. Nti anopa bia meba ETV BB shows so. Yes. Yeah. You're hot. Now what bands that's how we research because when prepare how about when you embarrassment. So anytime maybe a babiano I have to prepare for. But at that time not into us and okay, partly because we are in government, so you were holding our feet to the fire. But now we are Juma. Exactly. No, actually, no, and I will pay or Tinka or we so you continue your work and me can say now me monitor and particularly that show of yours use plastic you must find a way to bring back that program because it was a program I was always following and you continued your work and see how we with Jumana you want the best for Ghana and you continued we said and I mean we are now here so you are focused. I need to commend you for it.
ɛpa ho ada bɛn
me follow football be brave but interview a wo ye no interview the super interview a wo ye no ene dia wo keka no na che say Ghana still cry no to add ni future tell me analysis
na me say we interview na me pese me busa o say wan kasa na adwen na kuta no I don't know me pese be hunu adwen be free by
Oba de na de ma mi o
because question na to ma ma no de fa na no shi pa cha say ko be bi aso no we chasing no we free no we chasing asa na question no ntimi ntwa sama so papa
Sheikh Medase, Nyamishra nyina.
ɛpa ho ada bɛn
Why you me the papa ubojuma pa Nyamishra.
Amen.
Nyawa hu de wa boy pa wa boy
Mame mo abaso
Medase.
me empire ne say be fi happy FM na or ko BBC
Amen.
because we to me put 2 questions. I mean, say yes, in Sancho Juma, and yet the Asimbia, the Huaka, who you move to answer. We the chair say, BB, a dinner, young farmer, Yanko Punchap, I bought a basso. Yeah, we yeah, monitor, Yanko Ponso. He said, the Oyena, bid you any mamma, Yanko Pon, point part to any mamma.
So motive be.
ɛpa ho ada bɛn nti si no pi na nokorɛ ɛyɛ baako pɛ ɛpa ho ada bɛn ɛpa ho ada bɛn ɛpa ho ada bɛn nti si no pi na nokorɛ ɛyɛ baako pɛ ɛpa ho ada bɛn ɛpa ho ada bɛn ɛpa ho ada bɛn ɛpa ho ada bɛn nti si no pi na nokorɛ ɛyɛ baako pɛ ɛpa ho ada bɛn
se hodo atu se be ye yo na ose se be ye yo
da benti sinupi anokre
midi ene Bismarck Brown memoaha emwakwaba eba epa ho adaban dwumadie so samra me ne wo kasa bebia wo biada woteme nka na yobo ade nyankopɔn na adom enti ena metiase wa hoden bigidi se sanso ena wohunu no se otiase na enye wa hoden be memoaha emwakwaba eba happy 98.9 FM so we're live on radio. Obesanso share live on Facebook. Yatena CD na omamu nsem ene omamu nkomo na yede hyehye so. Ene eye ukuada midweek edition ene 10th of September 2025. Enche na nom yensa kwakobo na dwumade ne yenhyehye no wanitua afutuo kakra ewo mu na nkranhye ensusu ewo mu eno achi nso nkoma hodo questions interviews ahodo na yahyehye yede ebro na akire nso yesi nkonya ene ya pamfo atenase. Then we step behind the headlines and the stories near the nkomo ni nyina ede abrewo pamho adabanju medie enie atenase de ne aba mamema eye the production team no aha na memo mo nso akwaba Reynald Yao Ajeman aka The Mask and afi nso so Joyce ensuring say we are streaming live and Mask ahwe am ya hyehye dwumadie ni nyina Jimai man so techire eboa ama dwumadie no enso akoso baabi a wo bi abra Facebook ne mfa nkomo no ento aso mema refi se nkomo yi enye me nkwa na medie me ne wa na edie nti ye de to ho ne ebiebie mu ne ebusa ho nsem a nkomo ni nyina akogu wi a besan so ba ho na wo de wadwenkyere aba maybe a phone lines number later on the show but obetimi e de WhatsApp messages abanama kenkan so the amount as you react to the various issues ayedi hu nkomo 059 405 1145 059 405 1145 eno ene wo WhatsApp line obetra to ho na afei so ekire mebie phone lines no na wabamu bi na wabekasa kire wadwene fa numbers ne to ho ma me na emre no so a watimi afre amanfo experience bebre ni strategy some the frɛ so get the number early and emre no so a bontem no bra na nso bra bekasa 055 156 3916 eno ene number di kan 055 156 3916 ena number ba ko so abetimi dia frɛ dwumadie no so 055 565 7278 055 565 7278 number si emre no so a mebie mu e de ato ho na nso aba ahoma no so na wabɛkyerɛ wadwene chairman Abronye DC oye bono regional chairman Emma the New Patriotic Party yade a me patwoma mo frɛsisi a me se emre pamu no me be phone lines no afei ne atu kra nti nyabotrema me emre no beso ama waba na wabɛkasa me so ano keka opa nsɛm koso ebedi ni komo ni nyina nti ene kan ho but the on enye we nkwa ne kwa be fa so de wano ato nkomo no mu bi bra Facebook live na be comment wo ho be kire wadwene so wo ho and me no ka say jana so den enche I'll be attending to your messages live on Facebook obetimi so the messages ni bia fa WhatsApp nso aba 059 405 1145 ni nyina megibre na makenkan ni nyina ede ama so back to issues and we eda epono so chairman Abronye DC ono ye bono regional chairman ma the New Patriotic Party se mu nyina mo beka adwoada na posifo koche no ne nsem kan efa IGP ho ene president ho na ya peke no omo de no court enra then omo de no court Joyce I don't know if you still have the video yemfa video no ntu subi na manfo omo de chairman Abronye court na omo sande ni free ho no mo na said nkomo no kɔ wie mu e wo court no wanya bail enra court arremand no e de na ma posifo se omo emfa no nkɔ na ehwehwemu ne mra wo mu hia no wo nye we told say ochina na chairman Abronye will be brought back before the Accra Circuit Court na into Facebook live infonini ne da ho no video ankasa Black Maria IGP de call akwatia elections by elections sa Black Maria ni bi na de chairman abronye etina mu de ne court into ba behwe wa hye ni cool high na handcuff guninsa ayeja odi CID4 entemu a omode no ewura court ho mfoni ni da ha yeyi ni Facebook into person hunu bia betimi aba no aba behwe. But this has triggered enkomo bebre within the New Patriotic Party. And OTA, maybe National Youth Organizer of the party, the Nkomenra, Emma Waka, some about demonstration against a arrest, almost one tiasi, and almost selective justice. We didn't come na busa a home and somewhere busa say demonstrations. See, is it just the way our political parties in a mode a ginger woman call for and answer indeed, and there might be said in here demonstrations. As we talk to some governance experts and discuss some issues with. Now, post for bono kwadumienu no eno na omugina so de atwena no atwena so sorry na utie mu a misdemeanor so no enye crime say ye de obi koto afiase ana say body bone kasie bi asa akoda aye bone na so we ntwa no to quite a misdemeanor. And the conversation on social media largely has been about the way misdemeanor any police for the way omutreat but how else and ananka police for so omutreat is it the issue with the Black Maria and ankomo fa internal ankuru mu anase de en enkomo ne namu bebre obi atwe any part of the convo e dia bam yentu ankomo no so wa ha na yeni nkomo na wi enso asamba akweda pono so His Excellency the President will be hosting the media ene anwumre no nwotwe ewo Jubilee House na said the ehyehyeye ne tie no said this is the first media encounter our President John Dramani Mahama e de hyehye so and a opportunity a yensem twrofo benya na yakobusa mampani no ensem na ne yenti ase ne pe follow up wo ho ne yepe se ati ase yie ene enkomo ekoso nyina wo Ghana fo ano. And this is also a kwanya Ghana fo nso benya kwan busa mampani no questions as media people entemgina fo nti eyade a ye behwe na yakodi sa enkomo no na yahwe issues ben na wie mi susu se nsem twrofo embusa mampani. And bibie phone lines na it will be an opportunity for you to talk to us, the media. Yakwa President John Dramani Mahama and enumere no. And some men na wunya yan kabebusa president na pese media no ebusa edemao. What should be the focus of the media as we encounter the president ewo the Jubilee House? We oba homa no so ade wadwene beba. Oba Facebook so abetimi atwere wadwene e de ato ho. Na oba WhatsApp so a se ne bede numbers na gu ho no. Ubetimi edi afa ho na yakenkan ni nyina edi amao. It was set to be launched somewhere around July. Ena ye postpone ye. Na postponement ne ba so no amanfo busa se na ben nani abre pasa de obeye. Me sure so busa se ada sem na mekan. One of the NDC's flagship campaign promises enkokon ketenkete. Samukai enkokon ketenkete. Aha. Na July ena aban ne yesanka wo ba be launch ena kwansi o postpone yese say stakeholder engagement no ankoso yie it was limited nti na wo so omu bie nkomo ni mu na wono mu a wo mo industry ni mu no omutimi eto adwene edi hu nkomo ene agric minister me ate ase se enkokon ketenkete will be launched in October bosomi a yebesi mu no na yebebusa the real focus of Nkokon Ketenkete. And the bigger question is, when na ebetimi ababeti importation of poultry products so na because unim I'll be sharing with you some statistics regarding poultry. And I say akoko funu, frozen chicken, aye kofe free manone deba, inkosua, aye krefia manone edeba. Na senkukon ketenkete beba question is sa concept we ni policy we no ewa hoden no ewa capacity to change the dynamics for our imports in terms of poultry and enkukon ketenkete eno na eba be see importation of poultry ano are we sure say policy way ebetimi deliver sadie na? Well, if you read the NDC's manifesto, almost say they are going to reduce importation of chicken by $300 million every year annually. So that appears to be the capacity of Nkokon Kete. But we'll talk to the experts. MPP NDC critically, objectively. Yeah, say the potential and the capacity say betimi address importation of poultry na. Ye di sam komo nyinada among other things edapono so ye dwendwene ho. Ewie nso I'm told say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ewo Kumase na o address delegates bi ye bebo afa ho ba ko bi na yakweti nkomo a ekoso ewo eye ne campaign no emu. But of course within the NPP emu aye hye papa and the sounds of a cocoa season so amankofo bi party na expanded there, but all the wasunto from na utia packages have been announced. So as here packages are being announced. Ye shankofo promises of koso ye share delegates ye wawa niema koso anisa. But ye beko kwetie nkomo Dr. Baumia any delegates ni bedi ewo Kumase will bring you that feed. Ewo Jumedie no eso. So ye ne the Honorable Adainimo engineer nanka kane no oyemra shebedwani timu se wodo wani beto for a NPP flag bearer slot no he's been eyeing it for quite some time. We contested a good number of times. Ni nyina no anye yama no. And this occasion no na nipa bebre hu anim se Adainimo besan babiem. Ye nyina ye nim last week there about near ekoba or the krata betu just say sikasam ene hyehyeye a party na ye no ohwe a enya de a obetimi adi so isane se party no muso mba besom nanso asade na kwa se ye de gisika bebri de afri omo ho osusu se in principle enya de a ebeboa kabi mamin kabi ewo party ni mu ewie me ne bedi nkomo phone no so isane se okofa asem yi ba ye oka se there is 4 million Ghana cedis development fee to be paid by each flag bearer aspirant, you know. Edem komono akofa baby fufro kra. Ema enra ebeto bia se cedi di fo kra se da bi. Esa sika ya nkofo ebetimi anya wo munye sika pa betua de a e wo se yoku kra pro bi wono mo ebetimi anya se sika na kwa kotua. Ewe we ne bedi nkomo na mebusa se I feel say o ka se won ko bi mu no. Feedback in it is saying, and indeed, NPP party, you know, Wohunu party is saying as they head towards January 31, 2026. The Honorable Adainimo will join me on the phone later. Ewo Jumedie no eso. Memwa kwaba. Afei no join me Pahwa da Benju Medie bidin ene Bestmark Brown. Utimi frame me B Brown. Ubetimi so aframe me BB. Meka will say happy on wheels Jumedia yede brewo SSS studio yi nkukuni ni nkaka ede komontene so ene omanfo edika so bom din kita ho din komono esan so baso nim se bosumi bia ya woda etwato bosumi bia no we find a community and engage them na afi eye bosumi we no yede ani ekire nima for echemu nyina na baby I bebu ye chenku onima no eye Nima Madina station baby e fa Madina car ewo Nima eho ena the next edition of Happy on Wheels ye de ebremo omanfo nti Nima for ma mo bi ene kotoba bi fo nyina mo bemben find time come over na yendi oman ni mu enkomo the microphones will be there and live Ghana for wa man oni nyina betimo nka and will be streaming live as well nti yemra ne medi oman ni mu nkomo. And 9 months, how far so far for Timemufo? We want to hear from the people. So as here, into once we are person in there, brand never repeat views, never come wagene, never chira wagene. Yene assembly members are hold on to be the one key issue are a hygiene nima sanitation. I know a day National Sanitation Day aba. Assembly no so the war here to ensure say ahunidie so bekwa nimu. Of course, edwadifo ewo ho, adrabafo ewo ho, asetina mu ne adwuma mu, sikasem te sen, dwadie te sen. We want to gauge the economic temperature of the country and 25th yɛbɛkɔ Nima ne yɛde sɛ adwumadi no akɔhyɛ so 25th September ɛna ɛba so. Happy on Wheels deɛ wawa ni tua yɛn deɛ ma wo kwan ɛma wo kasa yɛsɛ Happy on Wheels, your voice, your power. Be there and be heard.
Ɛfa ho adabɛnti sinupi na nokorɛ ɛyɛ baako pɛ. Ɛfa ho adabɛn.
Mamemfa yafutu sem a enne ewie yahyehyɛ emfambrɛ wɔ. Ewie futu sem a ne yɛde ɛyɛ nkranhyɛ sem no nso ahyehyɛ so. Na ewie futu sem a mededam a da biara da mɛbɔ so no ene sɛdeɛ yani aka single use plastic ɛho. Yabɛpɛ paa. Na pa yabɛpɛ no ɛde nsunsuan so bɔne bebree di amayen na ya na ɛya sɛ asɔman ɛnneɛma bi sei no yenni ho nkɔmmɔ ne enwene ho. And I want you to take just a second and look around baby a wote sisi a baby a wo sisi a wo de wo office a wo de pia we can saying window blind no and curtain no pia gu nchen kakra na twe wo kon se wo hwe street no.
Happy FM 98.9.
Ka mu na wote a pay attention to your surroundings. We car kwan no ho. Wonam kwan ho na atie me wo headphone mu a just pay attention to baby awo your immediate environment. Mami awo shop wo de begina wo shop ndanim na tu ani hwe wo street no so wo behu ade bi efin bia wo hunu bia ya plastic o tu ani hwe gata ni mu ade a wani bebo so first anya pure water rubber ebeye ewiase esum take away polythene bag bi anya no a ebeye rubber bi a yede anum koko anase obi ede akyekyere banku ade awie na ode akyekyere doko na ade awie anya no so a eba beye insuo bottle a obi anum mu awie anase drink bi a wotoye bottle a wanum mu awie eto da bi nso abetu ani no
Happy FM 98.9.
na take away pack ene gu kwan ho egu gata mu na nam ye montene so eto da bi nso abetu ani no na disposable plastic ananse disposable spoon who weekend etwa mu yi wedding akoye engagement akoye who plastic dodo a wedding baako ene wedding reception eye baako a ye muhunu efi bola rubber single use plastic efi a ye engagement baako wi a eya yesum obuza se kwahe. In fact, dodo na ne free program na se ekọ communities ni mu. Ne eya ye gya na kire no eya kakra bi. Omo mu didi ho no. Na womo magye aduane ni bi a womo de kofie no. Ene wono mo magye souvenirs ahodo no.
98.9.
Womo no mo de rubber no dodo single use no dodo pa e de kofie. And once a kokodu fie pe ewura community ni mu. Enye wura community ni mu nso wie dia na the next destination ene se ebepia bontene na ba beto ye montene so na egu ye ngatas mu. We are sitting on a time bomb, but the emfa ya adwene nko ho ne ehunu ye ewie me betu wo fo se twenwa adwene koso single use plastic a big problem. Ebe high in fact a high end deda na yempa mua hayen deda ne ya ne se Joyce komo ye die de nti mama emunye hwamo why enema no materials ne nsu na manfo hunu ade na ye ka no manfo Facebook let's share with them. The situation is that bad. Ko e beaches ne ko he
Happy FM 98.9.
usumia na roba bebo na ho bam na ye mahyew eyo abo abi utimi du asuko be pie no na ayi rubber bag tuntumi bi na hye oche yeah wonam beach na no wonam epo na no saa rubber nko a asorochi bia koba wo de rubber na eba no abefa bi de kɔ fish na wo pawe no rubber no eku wo mo wo punimu o ana wonim eku wo mo etimi kyekere aboa ne kon to da bia ye beku fish na traces of plastic ewo nimu na wo fi punimu na ba yen community sinimu a imponche inwan anantwie
Happy FM 98.9
including dogs and kramai. And I've shared some of these videos with you. Rubber bag e bon toa ewo mwane yem eku wo mo. Na no sala eku nantwie. Ne yem ade ne stomach na wo mu yipie ye wo mu twa mu. Wo mu nim se aduane. Na ye wo mu se aduane. Black polythene bag. And now over the period, abwana wia na bon to awon yem ti abwana onam wa na fukutu na ye ose woso no e ye rubber nko a cause aduane pampan wom aponche penchene ti aduane na udi wo rubber ni mu na wototwene ye no abwana pa aduane adi obawiawe rubber na ka ho omo nam anu omu twitwa hwe na omu wu kotonam Abuano, and now no back na or poison did that. Traces of plastic. Ewo ni mu. Wonso koto agba bewe. Na wato aso. Na wo ni padua no nso so ka hunu se. Se eya wo se oto rubber ne twene nko anti no wo de wo enka wo a. Se ya wo num koko hyehyehe wo rubber mi bo a. Timi koto wa hyehyehe ne atia gu rubber mu di ama wo. Anopa ekura di bi wo kan fere. Anopa ekura di bi wo kan won fere. Won wasema na na meka no. Asem we de bia ye ka ni otimi nchen pe mi co-pilot otimi nchen pe asem we de bia gu na sum otia onye na adwe so obesakra. O se ene kra odi bi. Wache wo rubber mu. Obi su kra rubber ho efi neko wa wunnim na de single use plastic be wura ha production area ho office ha moni mi benya bia kapa nice ladies adana mo ntobos mo baga kakraka de ne wo mo ntobo na mo fanhye mu wo kwa koto ayi bayra ya chi wachira ha na wonsa pan no akọ gibi bayra ya chi a wokọ spend be 25 cedis 30 cedis wo ho ba ukra polythene bags be 4 anka wo the simple bowl ya kata so koya ni nyina be komu dia ba decently wo be didi kama ana ade na chance number uhuru mu na ne ha mo ana omo mpa de mu uhuru enye sa na esen mama mani na ho single use plastic high na no obi driving na rubber bag he free hin na windscreen anim say bam
Happy
I am shishia nko a
98.9
Ndi mafutu sama wie ni say fi na ekọ ho di utirim ne kai wo ho ne discipline wo ho yen ne yempe planning our lives u pia free fia hyehyɛ ubi bia per bowl eto card mu per reusable bag bobon kama fa hye o bag mu emema ni bi kura reusable bag yi ubetimi abobɔ de ahye o back pocket wonam na wokohye bribi na wo peso woto a wo de agu o reusable bag yi mu no rubber kwadu na wokohye na peso to kwadu a eno ane se kwadu ya pempan na o reusable bag go dia tum akutuo na akopie so a ye mfa nhye rubber mu ye yi akutuo no ye de go reusable bag mama wo de kɔ
Happy FM 98.9.
suase ne ye de chance nkɔtɔ aduane bedi wo suma kwada so nkɔtɔ aduane a kwasibra na wo kɔ ne de na de kɔtɔ fa chance ne fa kɔtɔ aduane no oh man na so mo de begu rubber mu hɔ no wa ediketi akwada no Ghana ha ni enim rubber o ni enim polythene bag ni enim sa banku rubber ene sa rubber no nkatie kra nkatie ne echichire wo rubber mu kra no yesusu na ni ye de gu a newspaper mu wo beto bi ameto wo beto rubber wo ye rubber generation wo beto de bi e na wo asesa osuban e na wo asesa osuban jai kasa na menya mitwo Wisi we mi fanya den menkasa ko akwa musanfa no ko class now we hear refresher course microphones are live now bra Facebook na menkyerɛ wade bi behwe nantwi a yakum no sala
Happy FM 98.9.
ne yem roba abɔ ntoa ɛhyɛ ne yem ɛna abo yi bre mu bi a obɛka bia ɛyɛ ya wɔ nko a mu bi obɛka bia ɛyɛ ya wɔ nko a ɛne hɔ no oba Facebook abɛhunu roba no kyɛ sɛ akyekyere ne nsono no atena ne yem no mu akyɛ suase ne de chance nkɔtɔ aduane ukɔdwo mu a ɔwɔ sɛ wo pɛ o bag baako bi a ɛno na wodidi dwa yema me no mo de basket da bia mekae wo ɛno na mekae ne meka ɔmo de basket na ɛkɔ no apɛ ne napkin odi dwa wi ano de ne napkin ebua so kama no afa ne basket no ɔkɔ ne fie ne ye de cement paper ye de newspaper saa time no na nkɔfo kra ayi newspapers nti ayi Italian newspapers ni German newspapers ya nya brofi bonse na gum bebre
Happy FM 98.9.
advantage a paper ho ne se paper no e prontem ensuo togu su crisis ya na no ano na ekɔ ɛna minim ne ekɔ baaye a culture ne sesa all of a sudden a obia di dani call rubber shase with sa ayi ice water ya na eto krumi penny di penny ni didimu ye started the chichire ye started the chichire nkate ene ye hwe se okay ene betimi dia ye nsuo ene de penny di penny baaye ena rubber no culture no ebe kan ye ni ena nkofo hu business opportunity ena efi asese ye rubber bags na de ene bibia ye rubber Dr. For catch wo so wudi aduane e hye ewo saa rubber nkitinkiti mu saa light rubbers ya ye de petrochemicals ya chemicals ye de yes saa rubber no wudi go eko ni paduane mu momie hwe ni ye momie jai single use plastic use na yensua ene mebi wo ho akɔtɔ abetimi de ahye obotom ehia rubber planet fa show tirim sɛ rubber menje adentina nkɔkɔtɔ ayi akutuo mienu wo akasa akutuo mienu ya wo toyi wo di ni sesi a ne de ahye ayamu amawo rubber mu amawo ɛdeɛ ne yɛ huin wo me yɛnsesa yɛ suban wo me yɛnsakra yɛ nneɛma ne kwan fa so yɛ nneɛma na yɛyɛ ma yɛ nkasa yɛ ho. Say no to single-use plastic and save the environment.
Epa ho adabenti sinupi na nokre eye baako pɛ. Epa ho adabenti sinupi na nokre eye baako pɛ.
.9 FM, a Pahua da Benjumediani. If you just joined us, it's 3:15. Today, when we hand over to the news team. But it is time to be motivated. And Cranshem Reno as soon. And as some many this year, whom crying. Bra Facebook near Fanto Honi na Yankan Muna, Over Facebook and that way, Oprah Winfrey and a cancer semi. In fact, last year, 2024, no cancer in July. Or say we can't become what we need to be by remaining what we are. My matter say we can't become what we need to be by remaining what we are. Now, opese we what do you want to become? How do you want to end up? Say, if you can picture that in your mind, now obetimi ehunu clearly say, assume si onipa say na me pese me ye to say Dangote, me pese me ye Sikeni, pese me ye to say Mark Zuckerberg, me pese me ye when what do you think? What do you whoever you want to be like? So you to say Jesus, and you can become like Jesus, and even more than him. On one kasa kae, or say some what means someone make Canada. Obetimi aye, near chain near me. Now, sir, what do you see when you so opeso ye bribi peso Danny bribi pese you end up as obia? Aye, Nemo mono kaihunu say. Empempenswani adia wapese wode wabrabo kokodu nu untimi ndu ho ewo mreko a wote sese de wote na Jimama so pese wo ye Oprah Winfrey a you must not remain the Jimama you are today. What I say opese odani opese o ye te se Oprah Winfrey e bia wo meant to be ni opese wo ye bia. You cannot continue to be who you are. Said ya wotie ne ya usuban se ne wotie na wo de adane se nipa no entimi nsi. Ne chene say you have to work on yourself to become who you want to be. Because you are not that person now. No kura wo mu ni say si no ne wo pesa wo ye no wunya nyeye. Enti sa wo pese wo ye de a wo pese wo duru ho de a na wo se wo ye adwuma bi ansa na wa ye sa nipa no ankante sa de anka wo bo wani ta ya no adani Oprah Winfrey wo bo wani ta ya no adani Jesus, but it takes work. You cannot become who you want to become by remaining the same. Enti ampa wo pese wo toka Upese usifie obi kura de oso pese o oni estate. good, big vision, pa. But the nebusa who say, said ya what no. And next, o still be a woman sisi a usuni o buying the way a who we the way a who no war no. And nay, ubetimi act sa ama what done in your pesa or no, so estates na peso odino. Can you own the estate in the state you are? No. And until there is a gap between your vision and your current reality. And the gap between your current reality and your situation TNA. Any empempenso apeso do abra boni dunu. Yet de adwumaden and a fail sa gap no. Away, find a target, but make sure say you transform yourself. Okay, our Bible in Paul. Or say we should renew our minds. And I remember, I will say we renew wagene. You want to be like Dangote and so that sorry anopa 10. You want to be like Dangote and so stress about so na uyewu. You want to own your own business. And so wo ko obi adwuma mu a okwa time a wo pe. You want to run your own company. And so adwuma a wotimu sesia no, wo ye adwuma no motro mojo. You can never own a company with that attitude. You can't become who you want to be by remaining the same. Patrosianiye. A fact of life. Offer shortcut I won't check. But time, this is what it is. Ansana 1 ebeye 2 no. Esesaye. Ne opesa wonsa somu, ne opesa wo ye dachi can never happen when you are the same person. Change the way you see yourself, change the way you see life, change your attitude. Find out enema weaknesses enema ya kwensidi emwa wo ma wontimi meye sa nipa no. We are lazy as a son. You can't run a restaurant and be lazy. What I'm pemuna, me dream is I want to become me person me run a restaurant. And so you catch yourself kujado kwa eduani anu muna wenim. Those who want to run restaurants cook with passion and love. Change. And bibia be kama edi ama. We any encourage them anyway me de eba wakwemu. Ewie ne sadia nenti sigana nkomoni mu Wonsu ye djuma Yankwa wonsu ye bio Oh my Single use plastic here ebe ku to kwa ofie ha pe me Canada Single use plastic here ebe ku to kwa ofie ha pe And then I make when you saw no uncle to take our picture or no uncle to take our picture. I did come to TikTok. Mask. Boy, oh boy. Boy, natural what I didn't know. How your boy so far? Boy, oh boy. When you are single-use plastic in your why? Okay. His Excellency, the former Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, is on his campaign tour. Let me see me cross you over, but we already have the voice. Okay. Now, he's been trying to explain to delegates, campaign message and the opponents, use tiano. Message a woman den namu omo kekandi tiano. Wase candidates ni bin namu nomo use mamprusi kusasi ensamono edebotiano. Ano see e bin so namu a ne dom ne religion a wodomo no ene ye de kan asem no ye Muslim. I'll take you there and help you hear him. Na and someone okay ewo Kumasi no. Also what TB. Let's listen to Dr. Baumia as he addressed delegates. Newe ewo Kumasi.
Enti sahazo yababuwa usapa konkonsano enye juma. Ya toswa omode baye omose mamprusi kusasi conflict. Samotiye. Sase omose anything na ye lose ye mamprusi kusasi many ye mamprusi ni enti anka no kra anka say omama me knockout. Enye sa omama me knockout. Na uhia Mampusi kusasi conflict no and start here na yenyen wo mi na yenyen wo mi o ehye ase na yenyen wo mi oho boku zone no se mu nyina mo muntie boku zone no 6 constituencies 6 constituencies since 1950s boku zone no largely CPP no almost started and then it's dominantly NDC. Yeah, since 1965, 11 elections in Ghana, 11 elections. But Ushe Bokuzo Nomoa, the highest seat in all those 11 elections is 2 seats. That's the highest. Most of the elections, yenya 0 seats. In 6 of the 11 elections, yenya 0. 1965, nami ye 2 years old, yenya 0. Nami nsen nkaho. Enya sa, nami nsen nkaho. 1979, mi jampe kakra, time no be to usi ye flag bearer. Yenya 0 ewo boku uko na minkaho na uko eba 2004 na minjamping ka President Bona oye president ye winning election but bokuzo yenya 0 seats 2012 Nana Akufo-Addo on the flag bearer ye koye Bokuzo yenya 0 seats. Nami nina na Akufo-Addo be koye but sem no na yenka. Na so I bet you 2024 so yenya 0. Enya sa na ushe trajectory no mina yenya 0.
Ho adabenti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Enti sahazo yababuwa usapa konkonsano enye juma. Ya toswa omode baye omose mamprusi kusasi conflict. Samotiye. Sase omose anything na ye lose ye mamprusi kusasi many ye mamprusi ni enti anka no kra anka say omama me knockout enye sa omama me knockout na uhia mamprusi kusasi conflict no and start here na yenyen wo mi na yenyen wo mi o ehye ase na yenyen wo mi oho boku zone no se mu nyina mo muntie boku zone no 6 constituencies 6 constituencies since 1950s boku zone no largely CPP no almost started and then it's dominantly NDC. Yeah, since 1965, 11 elections in Ghana, 11 elections. But Ushe Bokuzo Numoa, the highest seat in all those 11 elections is 2 seats. That's the highest. Most of the elections, yenya 0 seats. In 6 of the 11 elections, yenya zero. 1965, na me 2 years old, yenya zero. Na me send nkaho. Enya sa na me send nkaho. 1979, me jampe kakra time no be to see a flag bearer. Yenya zero. Ewo boko. Uko na me nkaho. Over 2004, I mean, jumping down. President Kufona or your president, you win the election, but Bokuzo in your 0 seats. 0 seats. 2012, Nana Kufuado on the flag bearer, a koye, Bokuzo in your 0 seats. But send no income. So I bet you 2024, so you're zero. And yes, now, who should track it? Mina zero.
Ɛpahoada bɛnti sinupi na nokorɛ ɛyɛ baako pɛ.
That's the voice of His Excellency, the former Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Just a short while ago, and I can't answer me, Kumase, Emra delegates, interesting analysis, and I don't know how you react to this one. It's quite an interesting one. But in the case of 2024 elections, is the issue so much about number of seats previously MPP now Obokwa na say? On this occasion, we are talking about nominal figures, votes and kasa. In some polling stations, it was actually 0. And also, you come back to 1991 when and I said the NPP scored or got some votes, even though they could not win seats in the years Dr. Bawumia referred to. But significantly in the 2024 elections, it was interesting. Say, in fact, the Beckham police station, it was a total 0. You call another polling station, you kind 0. And also Nasana Netiana. Well, you didn't come on common, but H&H Gary makes you chrome a boo amino say amount for N2 crab. H&H Gary mix. You were the 4-in-1 wo. You were no H&H Gary Choco Energy so ho. And you were H&H Gary Soya and so ewo ho. Na sa range we nyina no, ni obefa bia no, enuane nrowom, ni obefa bia no so hygienically prepared. And na ni obefa bia no so ya packaging it neatly pa. Within the range so ni obeyi bia so affordable ne bo wo fam a akwada akra no ne sukusika otimi de bitobi mebi kra ka na chese yade ayadwene wo botom ho na yade H&H Gary mix no aba H&H Gary Choco Energy no yade cocoa powder afra anu nti no wodi nsuo no gu so a pa ice bubu agumu ne no ano no wona wo sene na sisi wo mu deda bibia ewo mu yewo eye H&H Gary soya da bia me ka se won mo mpe animal based milk no modie no ye plant based nti wo a wo soya milk no so ye de modie no aba ene no obi anwene nkofo ho sa Gary mix bebre wo krum enso ni nyina milk powder ba ku ya animal based obi won mo a offer the regular milk powder ebia asema beto no enya sem ketwa wo de ene eye H&H Gary soya ya dwene wo ho pa ane edo eno aba so that's your alternative to eye ne egu kromo no H&H Gary 4-in-1 so de aka ni nyina bom bibia wo mu bi a chese eno ane se wahwe agu eye obo mu ana okap mu okwa no na odi nsu agu so unumu a wana okọ no tobi ma wo ma na ewo boarding school no ene SHS foi SHS1 ba be ko enche na school placement be hyase kodane kwa bomodin na pe H&H Gary mix ni bi fagu wo provision box na enkwadwu wo nkwa Gary de agenkwa jeza wuntimi nkwati Gary Africa ha de Gary age nipa bebre nkwa etitiri ne ani ntini ahemfo amampani ne MPC ne ministers nyina once upon a time Gary and mom survive. I'm telling you. Inti Gary de yam to nase ene no ye pempe Gary no ama Gary na nya nimunyam. Inti ye no already made. A chese ofra ya wo hwie ya wo na wo kono. Inti we na nye se ene mo Gary na mini asichire. Eyi mpatwo obenya asichire kakra ma me da bi. Oba no na asichire san obetimi still ayo soaking so school on konkosre asichire. Ena eyi mpatwo ma me 2 cities na me fanto nkate fa ho emboso eyi me Gary ewo mu de da enkonkonko wia obi anido because of HNH so ya makuwom de da me bo ya amade na ma simple kra you say kra kro no nkoso ene ade sere bebiri ne nkoso ohun ti no we no wo de ma oba na ebeboa no ena ya regulate sugar no so ohun se be ya enkonko ha nipadua no nti HNH Gary de wo sa so mu a eno ane se wo kwa nie wo pene dodo na atu a ekwan so wo ho a ebeboa ama watimi atu bie wo pene baako nso a ebu wo shops ahodo mu a obetimi enye bie ukwa Accra Central ne ade so pe HNH Gary ebu ba bia wo community no so HNH Gary ewo whatever your choice you can have whatever you want so bomodin ekomodo nko ade a na wape HNH Gary mix na 4-in-1 on our corner o office na pressure adwuma no dɔɔso untimi mpiem kɔ lunch ma eno ane se wape bia good draw mu time no so a wate ba kwa no akɔ dispenser ho akɔ nsuo ni bi wode aba o spoon kurodo oba gubo watena PCH wato adwuma so enwumre no akɔpɛ ni mood na ja wode akran ne dey no enye no ano no nti HNH ni dey intermediary
FM 98.9
intermediary okuramu okuraye mu so kɔ de ne masa na Gary kura yi mu sa na ida ka dia bidu am kai obe pon school na nakokubu atin satani akwa wiane anopa be pon school afi na nakokubu atin bebe fie ana gateku bebe fie na o ma me mpon o ma me obe pon be 5 won so pon school be wi 12 abe fie Gary wo ho na ne so hwie esa wudi na kom san de wano asan ba be Gary ni bi and those days no so yeheda mani to the more you do na no the one and more and I in simple the amount HNH Gary the survival pack
ɛfa ho adabe nti sinupi na nokre ɛyɛ baako pɛ
na yekwakodi bronyen importers mo amakra niema a mode eba begu market ni mu na manfo nso atimi enya variety enya niema a wo mu hia ede ahwe wo mabusua na wo mo ede ekoniaba bronyen bebei bia niema no akase wo de bebe fie wo de beba Ghana no aba beton wo niema eye ready na wo pe company obetimi aboa mo ahyepo niema ne de aba Ghana eye Golden Stone Logistics Company Limited wo no nko a waji din over 15 years ni na adwuma no omhya ase me no ka say omaboa small companies amen omonam ayedene amomkomu ayedene ma ekwan so kono anyedene ama omo izane so omo no ma professional consultancy enso bata service no omosan de ma wo no eho nti say sea cargo say air cargo express anase opese wo clear wo niema wo port in a super fast manner omo frɛ no super fast customs clearance and best priced full container declarations. Sade we nyina no omo ASR services we omo enso ewo flexible pricing policies you know tena sidin komo or a business enya bibia na it is not hard and fast what I say tena se no din komo o sika ye saying okay ene e be ni say ene onso ye ni say ni say yedin komo middle ground na enyina ye meet each other halfway nti omo pricing ni de omo pricing policy ni very very flexible nti ayam hihyu bebre enkomodie atase nti say free China say free Europe ehemfa na niema no person di free ba we're here to help you. Golden Stone Logistics, your cargo is not just moved, it's handled with expertise, care and trust. You want to call them today, feel free and do so. They're on standby. Over from was 0502 609 222 Mrs. Subiem Ediamao 0502 609 222. And now so betimi afre wo mo e was 020 so
98.9
81 020-812-6777. 020-812-6777. Ofra, can we hear some United Golden Stone Company Limited? Because you know what? They are delivering growth, securing trust. Na ye free Golden Stone dia na ye de ani echre International Building Infrastructure and Investment Expo 2025 dia no baso na 2025 expo for one more ewo adansie mu one more adansie mu na ye to nsade afremo and ye construction mu a ade a ye won krabata bebre obia ne ne wo ye ewo sa industry no emu na International Building Infrastructure and Investment Expo 2025 no baso, and we are creating the future now. They say that future is beginning with IBI Expo 2025. Bra na ben network bra ne betie nkomo foforo bra na o business no so be position ye ne be pitch o business. You're going to meet a lot of experts and make sure say a lot could come out of that. Now theme that so building resilient infrastructure for sustainable growth and regional integration. I wish say the conversation would be around Kwame Nibitimi building a super highway between Ghana and Burkina Faso. Now ya link a super highway between Ghana and Ivory Coast. So what I say, same infrastructure don't come. Let's think big. Super highway crying is it road Africa will see more of rail lines. Or see a timitina train mufi hako Nigeria. Or see a timitina train mufi hako Cote d'Ivoire. Or see a timitina train muko Togo. Burkina Faso
98.9.
Nanka nieme omo landlocked countries omo munipuya omo niema bombe yi ni tema port ni takradi. Nanka nieme ye dia good train mu pua Burkina. Enti unkonkoto se track bia esisi apan ewo Kumasi kwa so am accident esi. Enkomo we mu bi na ebekoso ewo International Building Infrastructure and Investment Expo 2025. Send me di kan the theme no emu de pa. Theme is building resilient infrastructure for sustainable growth and regional integration. It's happening on the 12th of September, Friday, Ochinechi Eneshase, na awe on the 14th of September. Ebekoso ewo Accra International Conference Center, 9 a.m. from the 12th up until the 14th. Anopebia nonkono pepepe na jumedie no share ase. Obabe joining thought leaders, engineers, policy makers, babishia investors omo pe baby di umsika kwehye. Yeah. Ni nyina ebekoso ewo ho. Intino bra na let's reimagine the what infrastructure can do for our communities. So infrastructure be pure community be to transform community ne pa. I mean, when I'm baby to say one of the most beautiful zongos or Ghana high New Fadama. Oh yeah, New Fadama the me sure say be 2-3 roads be penny and council. Almost every road or Fadama has been tarred. Now a transforming community no. Ama a zongo but a zongo. What I say? And that is what infrastructure can do. So be part of the bigger conversation as we discuss infrastructure, innovation, and our investment. It's organized by Image Consortium Group in partnership with Global Africino, with support from the Ministry of Works, Housing and Water Resources, and the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund. Wait me register online at www.ibixpo.com. And then you may, in some trophobia, President John Dramani Mahama, Jubilee House, and the first media encounter. Bibusa say, a dear semuna, opese in some trophoa, Yokushia President, Yemusa Mampeni, a dear in a how, a dear na opese Mampeni Chilimumau. Edian anti asia unya mampeni anka ɔno na apɛ sɛ wote ɛfiri ne hɔ wowɔ saa issues na fabra Facebook live na menkenkan ɛmfa ɛma ɛnkyɛn so maybe phone lines na ma but ɛnora nkɔmmɔ bi bɛtɔ odwa a yɛdi bie ECG ɛne VRA as well as Netco ɛna the Enclave Power wɔn nyinaa the proposals akɔto PURC anim sɛ PURC nhwɛ na increase tariffs ɛma wɔn VRA per 59% increment ECG per 241%. Netco per about 97%. And the Enclave for also per 171% plus increment in tariffs. I called up the executive director, Emma Semse. It's an energy think tank, civil society organization. Benjamin Insia was my guest and Enra Ewia. Na yenkomodie no say na koye on the proposed tariff incrementer. So utility companies see at their to PURC. Take a listen.
98.9.
VRA also requested 59% tariff increment to cover our power generation cost. ECG also pay over 200% increment. Ghana Water Fund also pay increment. Na ye koya na ye bae. Benjamin Insia ewa homano so eba energy
almost no more. I really huge expectations.
Semana sepa. Ben, mamin ko na menen nkasa. Ben, good afternoon. Na Patrick ewie boko de.
Na media chebia. Una mi ho wache.
Miss me who watch a pa, but I've been following you. When you say you've been busy lately, Repemuno will definitely meet in the studio.
Okay.
Now, near Benny, VRA 4 per 59%, ECG 4 per over 200% increment. From where you sit, and then this request be when you are the
other request about this Abibiano. Utility companies now say or more inefficiencies. So mundi omudimai and tino abribia mo pesika. This are mobile Ghana for the discount. No money say a bandi or to be also a bay almost someone. See almost or no more. I really huge expectations. Normally at the two knowing well that the government of the day, because also no superior the support some of these cooked figures are increasing electricity tariffs. I say food because first of all, measure ECG, proposal 225%. 225%. There are two things they mentioned. One is exchange rate. Obviously, exchange rate, from 2022 to 2024, exchange rate is 74%. Forgetting that the base year, you cannot use 2022 January to make your argument because 2022 January argument now make here. And now, the major tariff are passing in September 2022. So even if you are going to use a reference month, and as a reference and a base month, you can use October and as September 2022. Now they make you argument. Okay, September 2022. Any December 2024, and they were wise. They could have even used August 2025, but because of some making omuke, they cooked and used 2024. 2024, okay, the difference between September of 2022 and 2024 now, it depreciating by 44%, and we are using two periods. Depreciated by 44%, and yet 74 ECG4 coming. That is one. Now two, we have ECG4 almost in terms of system losses. Almost and say 2022 now a 28%. Then on 2024 about 27.05, and so 2022 now a 30%. in excess of 30%. And at 2023, above to 26.7%. 2024, a record 27%, which means a cost and eba. Would the two periods no compare? Yes, 30 to 27 above, but above in 2023 and 2024, it's a figure in we cost, which means system losses are on the increase, and these are huge monies we are losing on the operations of ECU. What's your argument? No, the frivolous procurement they are making, the underreporting they are making, the non-payment of tax on certain supply, the over-procurement of meters, ECG and Kanwashi, and I'll buy for 225, knowing well that URC will always sing their songs for them and endorse some of these inefficiencies, mismanagement, lack of leadership at some of these state institutions. But you see, the whole economy is connected to power. The engine of our growth, in terms of industrial growth and alleviating poverty, is power. And in other jurisdictions, they are forcing to reduce the cost and the prices of power, so that this will alleviate a lot of their people from poverty, energy poverty, as well as expand the industry, especially the manufacturing sector, because power is critical to industrial growth. It is all you are buying not only how these pricing of electricity affecting socio-economic variables, affecting industrial output, affecting poverty, affecting unemployment. Now, these utility companies are mismanaging redundant employment, duplication of employment, increasing administrative expenditure. Now, it's going to phone in here. But at the end of the day, you are going to collapse your industries. At the end of the day, you are going to push a lot of Ghanaians into poverty.
Especially when you are dealing with a 24-hour economy, a flagship, and obviously 24-hour economy, would hinge strongly on availability of power and its affordability. Say, in the but you shared some interesting statistics with my listeners and I find quite worrying. What should I say? ECG figures or Mudijina so pesa tariff increment in cooked figures, and what change money into it is up. Is it the case say PURC enim Sanya Mayana?
You see, that you are the 5-3 which established PURC. Here amendments. Okay. I think many times, I say it on your
exactly
your station. Yeah. The moment I would say the regulator share a buy-up directly under the president, we need to maybe to serve the government and to serve the president. And a buy-in our national officer, the fastest way to mobilize resources for some of these inefficiencies and mismanagement, power, and the power of petroleum. If a chroma, taxes are petroleum. The petroleum and the power. If the chroma in the third quarter of 2025, we're expecting something in Namkania's was the government used PRC to increase in Namkania by 4.25. The justification is that adding our local to well. Another justification of adding a big reserve margin, 18%. But within the power system, there are certain times the reserve margin is 18%. But over the same way, the fuel cost 27% of somebody go to fuel. Or more trade cost to look at fuel, need more 27%. Because always they use these utility companies to mobilize a lot of revenue for mismanaged purposes, ineffective purposes, inefficient purposes. And see, PRC, they are amending, are very independent. I'm feeling free under the presidency. The presidency will have its way. Until next, ECG for some petrol around 25%. Let us up to 177 or 171%. VRA air 59%. Now, if we do allow this percentage increase from these various power sector service providers, and I say utility providers who are, imagine the impact on Union Momuti stream. Imagine it because NETCO was stream.
Yeah.
171%. The annual income, average income of Obio stream, Savannah region, Obio Northern region, 2,000 Ghana. After moving in a 2,000 Ghana. None, mostly within the lifeline, 8 years around 69 pesos per kilowatt hour. Also, pay 177 NETCO. On power distribution charges, service charge. VRA, our generative power, also no pay 59. Can you say the 59 above 177 more and 171 more? It's 200%. It means that you are pushing. And that is why I think that we need to discuss thoroughly the impact on some of these things on our households and our industry. It's a poor household. But the focus of PRC is that, and I've said it on your platform, it's also a skilled entity. They carry this year. Research, the gentleman they just killed the responsible. Open in Amkania. Open say Gina to agree with them. I was saying the boy Eddie. Army. Dabi. Open say in Amkania no Gina to agree with them. The boy Annie Dabi. These are skilled questions. Because we can have available power, we can have stable power, and still affordable power. Right? For me, I'm buying here from the far, fine, and so far. They should know that any of these increments they are going to do, which historically has shown that anytime there's an increment in tariff, it leads to a huge system loss. Anytime there are increments in tariff, it leads to overblowing of budget. Anytime there are increments of tariff, it leads to overprocurement of unnecessary goods here for these utility companies. The Sana buy the fund going to moment, but who said a industry. The industry is going to fail, unemployment is going to increase, and also the poverty is going to add. And lastly, I think that you come Hanuman. I was saying, say, your state-owned entities in the power sector are running monopoly. We need to stop because on one hand, say this is your monopoly, on the competitor, and because of that, abbreviation inefficiency, imagine we allow participation in the distribution of power locally. You can next year, near minute way, this is a buying a work at the good at on take, if anything, so, Omonia Maso, a buying a work at the DSTV on anything. The city, I didn't use your own teso. A buying a work at the telcos. I didn't buying them.
Interesting one there. And I like that question you just posed because we were kind of question of principle. Say your mouth with the other na way there and your mouth. But I've been paying attention to figures here, utility companies churning out. VRA pay a raise in their tariff from the current 45 pesos per kilowatt hour to 71 pesos per kilowatt hour. Over ECG proposing 55.76 pesos per kilowatt hour. The Northern Electricity Distribution Company, NETCO, Mudin quite a while ago, and so per 92.73 pesos per kilowatt hour. Now there is mention of a third one, a Enclave Power Company Limited. One more per 147 pesos per kilowatt hour. I'm not sure. Enclave Power Company Limited, the minimum, familiar, sir. Who are they? What do they do? And now, my question is, my substantive question is, who compare per kilowatt hour you talk electricity or Ghana ha with our neighbors West Africa ha? Ghana, you Gina be to say.
Okay, so we have the energy sector recovery program report I launched, I think, around 2021 or so.
Yeah.
Last report. Report in my that Ghana has one of the most expensive tariff. And that time, we pay a tariff based on the dollar rate of. It said, you know, a depreciating more, in terms of dollar equivalent, but in terms of purchasing power parity, you know, all the other sources. You see, okay, that report now in Ghana, the minimum Kaseɛbɔ is 19 cents per kilowatt hour.
Okay.
Now your neighbor, Ivory Coast, is 15 cents per kilowatt hour. Ivory Coast is one of the countries with stable power, or the power is stable, or not doing so. But the Kaseɛbɔ, we in South Africa may have their own issues, but then South Africa is around 10 cents per kilowatt hour. Yet we are no more of the northern part of Africa. Arabs no more around 8 cents per kilowatt hour.
Okay.
So if all competitors within the so-called AFTA or whatever they call it, the competitors within the sub-region, who they boy there, most of the companies will move from here to Cote d'Ivoire to go and set up that being in Ghana. So, it has a lot of impact in any aspect of our economy. But the politicians who the Nipano craft one or say near your money say, yet you are one of a review. You know, many did the crowd discuss the one of my procurement investigation or whatever. And you stated a lot of previous procurement, mismanagement, a lot of things. So why don't you focus on restructuring the corporate governance nature of this institution and make them very profit oriented? That should be the focus of government. And that should be the focus of PRC as a regulator. Because we are a regulator now in that almost every company in the industry makes certain losses or making losses. Besides, I didn't know who making losses. Is it just because the say cost reflective tariff? And that even argument I don't subscribe to it, the cost reflective. Because we had the last quarter of the year. The NTI even at the time when the city was doing well, is because almost not a couple where was in 2024.
Yeah.
So here at the 402 million Ghana cedis at the car, the tariff from MAPI. So it tells you that it is arrears in the sector, you're paying it. So if you're paying arrears, how ECB, Baku cried yesterday or single now, one for detailed description of the problem about it. And the interconnected transmission system, no, Alamte for A and Kuchi. And illegal mining or Boka without giving us details of what is in the young could get that go. You get that go what they use it for. They increase the administrative expenditure, they don't even increase the operations, they increase employment, almost one political party in private. They increase a lot of mismanagement issues. Now, say your miners, they say, we should find a way to liberalize the sector. We need model systems and a bit creative. I liberalize the sector. I'm a private person, and a private institution, now very, very competitive. I think it's going to help us because in the petroleum sector, when we partially deregulate, next above.
Hello? Netco. Which one is the Enclave Power Company Limited? In fact, Omo requested the highest tariff, which is 147 pesos per kilowatt hour.
And that is even very problematic because Enclave SFO, the free zone is mostly distributed by ECB.
Ben, all I need breaky, Sasi should be a mammy. Hello, Ben.
Enclave, no.
Hello. Yeah, this is better.
Enclave, no. Also, a deliver service.
Okay.
Like ECG. But no, the free zones area.
Okay.
The mostly no, or the catchment area, tema. And the surprising thing is that only the end users no do no companies, manufacturing companies.
Yeah.
This or no price are higher to which they say it is likely going to affect
prices.
Prices.
You heard my interview with Benjamin Insia, who is the executive director at MSMC, an energy think tank and a civil society organization. And the same way is still raging on. And then, I say Ghana Water Company, and so say, you better more tariff from Mama because Galamsey, Ama, and then they have to spend more to distill issue and sign a timing and sucrogen issue mu. It's quite a disturbing matter. But now we should not call commercial break. Me koba beba oho na enkomo a edapono so no. Yini so yedi hu nkomo bi adwendwene ho. I'm back after these commercials. Beba sisia.
Epa ho adabenti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Imagine a future where every bridge connects more than just roads, where every investment plants the seeds of prosperity. That future begins at the International Building Infrastructure and Investment Expo 2025. It's happening from the 12th of September to the 14th of September at the Accra International Conference Center, 9 a.m. each day, under the theme Building Resilient Infrastructure for Sustainable Growth and Regional Integration. RBI Expo 2025 brings together industry leaders, engineers, policymakers, and investors to shape the future of infrastructure in West Africa. IBI Expo 2025 is organized by Image Consortium Group in partnership with Global Africino, with support from the Ministry of Works, Housing and Water Resources and the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund. Register now at www.ibixpo.com. Your property holds the power to transform your future. Welcome to Eclipse Collateral Management, the game changer in turning property documents into profits. We are not just another service. We are your partner in unlocking sustainable income and fueling business growth. With prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, and land documents perfection, we are redefining what is possible for property owners and business owners alike. At Eclipse, we have built a primary depository platform, a secure, innovative space where property owners like you can lodge your documents and earn risk-free, sustainable income. For businesses struggling to secure funding, we provide collateral solutions you need to thrive and grow. Every move we make is backed by a rigorous credit appraisal process, so you know you are in safe hands. Find us at Adenta Barrier near Medi Moses Hospital, beside the West African Senior High School wall. Call 054-383-2466 today. At Eclipse Collateral Management, for property owners, we say, think safety and decent income. And for business owners, we say, think funding before projects.
Mewa nisuade hunu bi na nisuade hunu ayetumi frɛ no hyebrɛ sɛ bebe mu ama wo a gye sɛ wankasa wokonkoden na wohwehwɛ ɛno na wo nsa betumi aka Mose tene ne poma ɛbɔ po ne mu na emu kyɛ mienu Elijah ɛkɔ so bɔ mpaeɛ megya firi soro ɛbaeɛ Yesu Kristo tene ne nsa ne nkwagyeɛ ɛba nipa so Mark ne Elon esua nneɛma fa abɛɛfo ho ɛno nti ne ndɛ yɛwɔ Meta ɛne Tesla Yɛwura Dangote esan ne mfidi dwuma ɛne nneɛma a wasua nti no ɛba na bibimɛ mu hɛ nyinaa frango a yɛtu no ɔno ɛna di nkan Ɔsagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ene afofre ka no ho a yɛbɔ mo samrane ɛfrɛ mo the big six no ɛbɔ mmɔden a ɛgye fa hodie ɛde magana sankrofo mabobɔ mu din nyinaa ɛkonkoden ɛde pranisuade huna na esi ɔmo ani so no ɛno nti ɛna mbra ba ma wo sɛ one prophet Bernard Nelson Eshon Dr. Stanley Bandawa Reverend Chris Edusei Donko Dr. Eugene Esiama Buadi Emrenimni Prophet William Johnson ɛne afofra Yankopɔn asra ɔmongo ɛbɛka bom ama dwumadie sonkwa ɛde hyehyɛ so a yɛfrɛ no builders camp meeting afi wei mu no onso watumi abebi na dwumadie no yɛbɛhyɛ aseɛ September bosom ne da tɔ so ɛyɛ dunwɔtwe ɛkɔpem September bosom ne da tɔ so ɛyɛ edunum mekyerɛ 18th September ɛkɔpem 20th September ɛwɔ Commonwealth Hall Theatre University of Ghana dwumadie yi obi asi ne nanso ɛyɛ Ayam J Marion kai na hyɛ ne nso sɛ dwumadie wei ɛyɛ free adwomtofo ahodoɔ ɛbɛba dwumadie no ase nie Prophet City Hitmaker Minister Petra Oduvayo Minister Kofa ɛne afoforo bi ɛka ho open kyerɛkyerɛmu biara obetumi afrɛ 0233 733 444 anaasɛ 0249 834 004 0249 834 004 ɛmra so sɛ yɛsesa bia yɛte na ebi so ɔman kronkron Ghana so sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a akwanya bebree ɛbɛtumi aba ɛde ama nkyirima
a branded draw, see happy on wheels, Jumedia Cassia, a free happy 98.9 FM. Yadi Bremo, Bakaya Hua, Nima, Medina Station, Yawada, 25th of September, 2025. If you know me, no Ekopim no, Sia, Bright, Nayana, Yantana Sinding Koma, Adam Puntu, and Koso, Ye, your cancro, Eba Yam Potamu Ahudu, our bra. Yani MC and Impenium for what can be a year, Ejari for a dropper for any Obibiara, what can be a Twasumu, a Sinkunya, Naya Dinkomo, Maminka said Dr. Zen Natural Deodorant, and Asiasi, one Bahobi, Dr. Zen Natural Deodorant, and your deodorant here, Obetimidia, your Motumu, a Rubian, and now soon a man can be a mount. Happy on wheels, and massage medie, and pound, Kayo, say it, 25th of September, 2025, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Nima Medina Station. Be there, be heard. Happy on wheels. Your voice, your power. Your
power.
Charlie, I stress. Oh, senior, what be the issue? Bro, another one caught up in again. I nearly get them this time. Charlie, the over 1.5 messed me up. Oh, Charlie, sorry. But wait, you don't get refund for your loss? Nah, bro. That thing's half day. You hear so before? Yeah, soccer bets they do. Them they call them soccer chance. Ah, Charlie, you sure? Oh, but why I for lie you? Just make your stake on 10 plus games with odds of 1.30 or more. And when it's full, you will get your stake back times 3. Come see my bets. Hey, Charlie, this be interesting, oh. I know, right?
Soccer Chance rules are simple. Bet on any of your favorite soccer league games with odds of 1.30 and more. The total number of games should be 10 or more. Now here's the catch. Lose just one out of the many and you'll be rewarded 3 times your stake. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below the age of 18. Gaming can be addictive.
No Cressa Abronya has been denied bail and you're remanding Anna.
No credit. And apparently, you call Circuit Court 9. The judge remanded into police custody. Say only appear on the 12th, Friday. If you can say I'm for Eddie Chamanabonye, I could share if you see.
Or a fiasi anase police cell?
I think police cell.
Okay. Intenye fiasi.
I think police cell.
Okay. Now, muko court, kwa duni edi adie poti. Yesi, chema bronya wa edien.
Kwa duni no ena omudiabon. First one, almost say application of false material with the intent to cause fear and panic. Second, do out with the ball. A offensive conduct. So 2 counts are on my charging in here. Now, in law, 2 counts in misdemeanor.
Okay.
We share the penal code and the treatment of misdemeanor. They are completely at variance with the treatment, meted out to Chamanaponye.
Musa fa no ma twi na do so ma me kakra.
Yo, send them kukuru no. I don't know call court. We share car Black Maria kakraka police moving cell the chairman eshemo. We got to wakokum nipa. And I channel. The police for Omejuma any say MPP for Ena Omonyo Mubedi Okrum ha. And the AD Upa and an internal party no article stand say Yebeye Oyekse against the Ghana police.
What says MPP for na police for too many esi muso dia ene ebe nia mo pa. Obi nso beka say na so madwuma no mo ye if ogitum say sa two charges nyina fall under misdemeanor then obi beka say police for your madwuma na.
Your general secretary assigned a petition. I had a IGP and the Ghana police. Say you call Akwitiano. Akwitia organizer Edema NDC. A issue threat on the life of the minority leader, on your national organizer, Nanabi, on chief whip, another play. You know, video, Chairman Azoka, first and second vice chairman, Edema NDC, Senior Mutushe, your third national vice chairman, so on live TV, video singing in our home. The petition, Akoma IGP. You can say up to now, NDC for no day. Obia any attempt to cross a memo modification, let alone say on mature. Intuition, I say you won't have a police for you, and then Yentia say, say in a Ghana for. Now then a police for Ejumadi. I say you more abem, we MPP near. And running with the power. But we end this near or found. So yes, sir, you create an atmosphere of discrimination. In the democracy, it's a whole lot of issues.
Modern petition.
Position,
General Secretary Justin Kodia at the petition, IGP. That same day now, I say Akwetia District Police Command or so, Eba Bontimbe Kas, in fact, they issued a statement to say, Asemono was reported to their police station, Akwetia, na omo ye ehwehwemu. What say it doesn't suffice?
Nobody has been arrested.
Okay.
Okrofona omudi bonino. Omo abontia, omo nantia ye bibia omope. Adentia, omo NDC for ntia. Da ko MPP for da ka bana ya chiwo mo.
Epahuada bem. Epahuada bem.
Enti sanso ye babo agu sa konkonsano enye juma. Ye toso a omo de baaye, omo se mampusi kusasi conflict. Samotiye. Say omo se anything na ye lose here. Mampusi kusasi many ye mampusi ni enti anka no kura anka say omo ama me knockout. Enye sa omo ama me knockout. Na uhia mampusi kusasi conflict no and start here na ye wo mi. Na ye wo mi o. Ehia ase na ye wo mi. Oho Boku zone no, it's a muntie. Boku zone no, 6 constituencies. 6 constituencies. Since 1950s, Boku zone no, largely CPP no almost started, and then it's dominantly NDC. Yaye since 1965, 11 elections. Ghana, 11 elections. But Ushe Bokuzo Noa, The highest seats in all those 11 elections is 2 seats. That's the highest. Most of the elections, Yenya 0 seats. In 6 of the 11 elections, Yenya 0. 1965, Nami 2 years old, Yenya 0. Nami send Kaho. Nami send Kaho. 1979, we jumped time not to be told, see a flag bearer. Yenya 0. Ewo Boko. Uko Namin Kaho. Namin Kaho. Uko Eba 2004, I mean jumping Kaho. President Kwana or president. You win the election, but Bokozo in 0 seats. 0 seats. 2012, Nana Kufuado on the flag bearer, Yakoye, Bokuzo, Yenya 0 seats. Namik. Namin Nana Kufuado, Yakoye, but Sam no Nayanka. Now, so I bet you 2024, so Yenya 0. And yes, now, who should trajectory no? Mina Yenya 0.
Ho adabenti sinupi na nokre eye baako pɛ.
Ɛpa ho a da bɛn dwumadie enie afei no adwan ne ayɛmo akwaba ɛda wase bebre sɛ onso abɛka busua no ɛho. Ma menkɔ Facebook na o messages a ode aba no yɛnkenkan ne nyinaa ɛmfa ɛma wɔ. Na so okay, yaw ɛne friend ne hwɛ no fa de nyinaa ma wo. Yɛnkɔ Facebook na o messages no yɛnkenkan bie. Ɛno akyi ebekwa homa metete nsɛm bi. In fact, there is a statement bi about Bontene just a while ago indicating say excavators by 559, almost 600 excavators are Tema Port ready to be cleared. And the information I'm getting is that the government has taken a decision. In fact, the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority I take a decision say excavators na abegu Tema Port no omo moving nyina de akọ military facilities emu ama yakwa kokipu ewo ho. Joyce has put the notice out there. Into sober Facebook public notice in Edaha was say evacuation of excavators from the port of Tema to military installations. The government of Ghana, in collaboration with the relevant security and regulatory agencies, has authorized the evacuation of all excavators from the port of Tema to designated military installations at Tema, Shai Hills, and Accra. This directive forms part of national efforts to regulate the importation of excavators and to ensure the safe custody of such equipment until they are duly cleared by their respective owners. The exercise will also facilitate the decongestion of the port to create additional capacity. All consignees and their licensed agents are hereby informed that 1. The established customs clearance procedures at the port remain in force. 2. Upon completion of clearance formalities, consignees will be directed to take delivery of their equipment from the designated military installations. 3. The cost of transporting the excavators to the military installations, together with custody charges, shall be borne strictly by the consignees. The statement ends by saying, sir, stakeholders are kindly advised. In fact, the notice, stakeholders are kindly advised to take note of this directive and comply accordingly. The cooperation of all concerned is solicited in the interest of national security and trade facilitation.
98.9.
Mame nkwa homa no so na me ne opani a okasa ema Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority eni nkomo Delali Sehopo wadwani mu homa no so. Delali utimi nka Happy FM suni me mo ha.
Okay, me too nka ana me fast out on so share with you for you know Happy FM.
Educate me o say name no eye Sehopo ana.
Yes, Sewekpo. Yeah.
Okay. Senior, me who notice be a mene for a share just a while ago and son about Homano so. Confirm for me, no cresse Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority must say excavators do a war mo port or hono mu yi the free work military installations. Is this notice official?
Yeah, it's official. In fact, may once again my share with you for you now. The true facts of the matter is at a point in time, and now it's obvious your port space in was occupied by excavators.
Wow.
I mean, because it was an excavator for import into the country. But one of the most critical things about this government is it's about the government commitment when it comes to dealing with this galamsey issue. If the excavators and at a point in time, no clear the embargo then took so. Because the Ministry of Land and Natural Resources, together with the Ministry of Transport, Custom Division, GRA Custom Division, and Ghana Port and Harbour Authority, because any landlord.
Yeah.
You see, landlord, we are just there to keep the excavators. But when it comes to the duties and everything, GRA Custom Division is responsible for.
Okay.
The land and natural resources, because of the issue about excavating and it's fall within the Ministry of Land and Natural Resources. And when it comes to the registration of the fairness excavators now, it's done by DVLA, which fall under the Ministry of Transport.
Yeah.
So it was obvious that the embargo too at a point in time. Now I occupy spaces at what port now to the extent that now port to the space. And mind you, the more excavators also these importers they are also paying demurrage. So what I say. So there must be a process, and I said there was a strategy making sure say whilst the excavators are the port, the importers are paying rent. No mutual demurrage and what have you not. So why don't we devise a strategy? Because almost importers were complaining. So the more excavators no port on. In as much as we want to fight against galamsey, they are incurring a lot of cost as well when it comes to rent. Almost rent DPH. And almost demurrage ship lines, what have you. So for that matter, can we devise a strategy? You better move excavators out of the port because young and DPH, you baby fighting. Containers because I'm occupied the when you go to Tema shipyard, at a point in time, I see a couple of master normally space, you move excavators in the corner. Overseas, no one out. Even places under normal circumstances, and just all the excavators, over port, the excavator that was when we agreed. Say you better move these excavators to military installation, Burma camps.
Okay.
In the Menokasi, as at 22nd of August. We issue a statement to say the working, but the Ghana Port and Harbour Authority. So, we move these excavators to various military camps. I say, you move because as at day 1, 20th of August, you move 16 transfer any year. And you move call your friends a Michel camp. Day 2, 34 excavators, and you move to call Michel camp. Day 3, which is 22nd of August, 2025, we moved 34 excavators to Michel Camp. Day 4, the 8th, they call Michel Camp. Day 6, you transfer 51 to Tessie Camp. So all the excavators they move from port on and they call various military offense camps. We have indicated it. And if there's a publication, say, people are clearing excavators overnight, creating an impression, say, maybe at a certain complicity, and I say, Bonia. I think it's really, really unfortunate. And now, When statement, then I believe the Minister for Transport has also addressed the press. He has put all the facts out there. I can send you the details of excavators I move here on each day, specific day, date, and the number of excavators you move, and a specific military camp area. But even for not even to comment on this, as I speak to you, and GPH and a Ghana protest, here operating 24-hour economy.
Yeah.
So if you are operating 24-hour economy at the port, not even we are moving excavators at night, how does that constitute a crime? So I think respectfully, Joe FM, reportage is so misleading. It's really misleading because excavators you move no. Ya tsemu baby the excavators neko. Ya mamu notification about the movement of excavators. Ya mamu specific places here the excavators neko. So how can these two excavators overnight?
Okay. So let me come back to your public notice, Neno. The second paragraph of your notice says, this directive forms part of a national efforts to regulate the importation of excavators and to ensure the safe custody of such equipment until they are duly cleared by their respective owners. First question is, so Umuka says that directive will form part of national efforts to regulate the importation of excavators. How is the movement of such excavators here from the ports going to assist more in regulating the importation? Because as for the importation, any more GPHA and more regulating. More port of entry.
Question one answer question.
How so?
So what you have just said and say you're regulators. So per your communication with the state institution that regulates when it comes to importation of excavators into this country, that is what we have put there because it's the Ministry of Transport, Land and Natural Resources. Even at a point in time, we have had series of engagement with the Mineral Commission. BVLA at a point in time, we have even conversation with them. So it was based on the national defense and policy relative to how our state institutions ever regulated the importation of defense excavators. Yeah, they are landlords. So we are just communicating to the stakeholders. Imported excavators say, this is what the government institutions, government agencies, regulators have communicated to GPH. Okay. Landlord. So we're just amplifying, communicating what has been communicated to us.
Okay. So when I meet and I get to speak to the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, I'll pose that question to them. Say, how is moving the excavators to a military installation going to regulate importation? You know? But you also talk about safety. I think maybe I want to go for it bit maybe we are.
You see, safety means a lot of things.
Okay.
Because for instance, Oshe baby are some of the excavators were packed, and now maybe some of the excavators were done. Security-wise, you know, it threatens even the security, even the safety of the movement of even the equipment, even within the port, the movement of people within the port, and on can. So when we talk about safety, safety does not necessarily mean say you'll be bad excavator now say we'll be bad yes. To say them catch because some of the pavements are first a crown. Which is pedestrian pavements. No? There were some of the excavators parked there. Some of even the terminals is meant for specific things. No? Excavators were parked there. At a point, we have to move some of them to your fencing, to my shipyard. So when we talk about safety, safety means sometimes even accessibility because places area can contain excavators are doing alpha. So that is the safety within that context.
So far, how many excavators now moving from the port?
What am I saying?
So far, how many excavators now moving?
556 excavators from the port.
556.
56.
Okay. Ebia Castella na.
Ebi wa one.
Bed do say naka.
As a stand now, I can't put the figure out there, but what I know is there are excavators currently at the port, but specifically, let me tell you my figure now.
Okay, all right. I'll get the figures later from you. Now, sir, excavators, were they imported within a particular period, and within what period and at this whopping number of excavators bag or musa.
But if I'm not mistaken, chunk of the excavators were imported last year.
Last year.
Yeah, exactly. And Democrat, as at last year, they were even on the sea coming. Beginning of this year, some of them were on the sea coming. But as usual, because of government policy to deal with the Galamsey menace, no. Yeah, government who are the people importing the excavators? What is it meant for? So that at the end of the day, when they are tracking it, now catch say we are excavator away. Government say we are excavator away is meant for this. Then it find itself in maybe your friend is a mining community engaged in illegal mine. They'll be able to trace it. But like I said, I speak on behalf of GPH. This is meant for the Mineral Commission, the Land and Natural Resources, the Ministry of Transport, to be able to respond to that issue.
In a month, averagely, bear how many excavators in the ball mining?
In a month, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, sometimes you were dealing with almost about 300 excavators.
Hey, Bosume Bako.
Yeah.
300 excavators in a month.
Yeah.
Hey.
And this way, like excavators, I told you, say, Uncle Fast started a ship from maybe last year and Sana Eden. Before the year 2025.
And they been so that so shape more about.
I mean, for now, it's obvious, baby, because of this delay in clearing them, because of the government policy, it has more or less made it a bit difficult for people to still, because if why importing the now to mean clear, the motivation to import more will not be there.
Sir, Obi. The excavator siposo from say China, say Ghana, it did another do obeisance and abidu.
When they say it will depend on the destination is coming from. It will depend on the shape line. It will depend on. It will be grabbed to me. I say, okay, fine. Maybe the excavator. It will go to a lot of places and so on. Eventually, about Ghana. That one it depends on the shape line. It depends on even the one importing it. And the events and negotiations that they have gone into.
As far as I'm concerned, I think said there is no ban on importation of galamsey at the moment. Sa mo policy a mo dia be na say mo decision to move the excavators from the ports no. Ebe koso na say mo with a time frame bi a mo hwe because ye ka say inkofo de beba baby amode kwa kogo no so se to so sai ho so betimi ayema. Is there a timeline amode ye adwuma?
Honestly speaking, the only time that we are dealing with is communique now you receive from various ministries. As far as the port is concerned. I believe that as time goes on, if they have to vary it and I say they will communicate to us. But I mean to me this particular time or this particular time. I believe says there's going to be a change. The various ministry or government agencies will communicate to us and we'll be able to address that.
Uchremuno can be say excavators neba aban would want to know nipa kro de ba ye ene adekra wo de ba be but aban pe nipa kro import sa excavator na GPHA muni sa information no.
Obviously, GPHA will have that information, but what is more critical is the custom, GRA custom division, because I'm not dues anymore.
Okay. Individuals.
With
the last one, we the last one. Individuals ne crash excavators here now say mining companies.
Oh, I mean, there are instances mining companies say crash excavator. There are instances. Individuals, I want to believe so also almost cry excavators in as well.
Well, I asked that question because of the issue of galamsey and omumudodo. In fact, between the regular mining companies and individuals at Debano, near a way outweigh the other. But also why a busy kakra? Ben fan community and I mean now I say repemunu be bichi adwene besamba o Delali.
That's it.
Delali, Sewokpo ena watene nkano oye PRO Emma Ghana Ports and Harbors Authority 556 excavators ena so far Ghana Ports and Harbors Authority evacuate free Tema Port edia call various military installations na se and 556 enye ni nyina no Pache say excavators a port ho no enye ni nyina na ye free where 556 o say aka bebre nso sipo so a eba in a month o say wonsuro nka be 300 excavators ena Ghana Ports and Harbors Authority a receive from various shipping lines. They say imported excavators chain cars. As a importation of excavators, I hear any sugar crab ko, any poultry, bo. But my question back when he said, and of course, I know no bit me answer in my busanasa question. Say, a buying so per se or regulated the importation of excavators are. When you free Tema Port the military installation wa and when they be regulate ana. Mentia say because we have statement now they are only quoting a government policy or a government directive. Say this directive forms part of national efforts to regulate the importation of excavators. How does moving 556 excavators from Tema Port Ediako Michel Camp, Dibiako Bema Camp, any military installations ahodo regulate importation no? Also regulate importation. Either so betimi aka say for the next 6 months my ban importation will be amfama. And I say every month I can only allow 2 excavators to be imported and no regulate it. And now my banning excavator importation entirely. And no irregularity. But se wose will be movie excavators in every Tema Port. Edi akogu Michel Company adi adia. Where we have been here before. We have been here before. The chichi excavators edi kogu aviation force so ewa denta. Excavators did develop wings. Etutu koye. Yem pet the situation say ade be chi e betie say excavators dey kogu Michel Camp no ebia yehunu bi na honest na fa chire akoye kanana and when it happens it means that customs will lose revenue. I hope to say ade we will not feed into nkofobia game plan o, because demorage aka a lot of these excavators did that. Into where you feel the Akwesi Michel Camp, where you feel the Biakogu Bema Camp, where you feel the Biakophobia and na actually excavators ni fia sesa yira e so tia. When you kwako busano Ghana Forces for. And when we've been here before. I'm penning Galamsey fight here. Yo. Nanu Yana Foreign Affairs Minister Betty Hunchre said at a cabinet meeting. Ubu fudendin say Nam Galamsey so and any pang or tree ko ya dia. And ya Ghana phone temu kuchuna, ya babe who Galamsey war bia yen hunu bi da. Hey, na bosome gala ayi excavators 300 eba mine ba kum bosome. Akwanya hini yi. Hospitals ahini ayesi. Na Gaza cry eba be rebuild Ukraine cry yakase rebuild Ukraine na. Bosome bia ye be import and ye be omo be import 300 excavators every month. Hey, yet a time bomb no cry explode awie. Bomb na explode awie. And yes, yet so. Because a whom in Susan we are experiencing it now. We are living it. Anyway. Mesha obose me ba ho na me bie phone lines na ma announce obekasa bi. Ena wie nurturing buadi aginadwa atena se. Ye hwe ani mu se yenua Ablekuma West National Constituency Youth Organizer Philip Jima of the NPP so ebaba abejoin yen. But emre na so se me bie phone lines ne ma na onso oba homa no so bi na nkomo a yedi no fiti no mienu ebisi sambre oba mu ebie 055 565 7278 055 565 7278 and also 055 156 3916 055 156 3916 and also 055 565 7278. Maybe phone lines, no. You want to be part of our convo? A coin that hobby to me, Abba. Infamy first. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Pacho, my radio no call from Udini Baby Afrifi.
Pacho Joe Becker.
Joe Becker, Ghana to you, Minia.
In fact, at some way there. Scavators are. Yeah, I'm on my day. Na usumi bia 300 here. I say it's a Bajaka use to net my use excavator so.
Sana kwe baby better excavator station.
I'm telling you. Because baby I call it I hear you. Bami dia distress. Anam dia ma by say me pomocho. Sana na wo kano. Ya hubida. 500 because see baby. I don't know the day na who baby and am fire. She omu make sure say so mo pese omu de mraba na ebua galamse na omu hunya ha. Say imputation na omu pese omu de mra so ba hudia na omu mesra omu hunya ha. Say na be ya ebobua ga na fo nyina. Ti mesra wa mesra omu nya ntentem. Na ya pese skabete bia ba ira ga ra bio. Na enkofa dimboni enfamba NDC because mo start to juma pa mu ye to juma pa na mu ye na mo nto aso sa na entimi nko enim
Mr. Joe Becker from Teshi Demo. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, my brother. It's your only friend Frederick from Angloga in the voter region.
Frederick from Angloga in the voter region. But
you have a follow. You only like you play the yellow Domahama for government yama. Oh, hallelujah, no. My brother,
Minia,
with the MPP internal issue concerning Dr. Baumia's message today, I think I agree with Dr. Baumia 100%. It's getting zeros at a constituency or region that are not your stronghold. It happens. It's not today. NDC also do get it in Ashanti region. You understand? So getting zero in Northern region doesn't mean say Dr. Baumia is a Northerner, so he should get all the DC. We all know how NDC mafias MPP during the 2024 election. They intimidated some of our polling agents. We have all those on record. This time around, we are going to put eager eye on electoral officers. Some of the police centers, that is why they have mafia as they have majority in parliament. So the 2028 election, with eager eye on every pink sheet that they are going to count. So they should prepare for us. Now, to talk about the government of today, who already come with Doomsor levy, which I am also paying. Someone is also paying. You also in the studio. When you buy a petrol or fuel, a liter, you're supposed to pay 1 cedi. With the promise from the energy minister and John Dramani Mahama and his cronies that this money will be used to work on the energy sector so that we will not have any challenge with ECG, Gridco, or what have you. But today, the same people, after taking the Doomsor levy, they wanted to increase electricity tariff over 200%. On what ground? My brother, on what ground? After you are taking huge amount of money per week. Even a day, Ghanaians are paying
more than 14 million Ghana cedis to the government. They should come and account to us. Why the energy that the Dunso levy is going to? This government is just coming to rob Ghanaians. To settle their sponsors, we have to open our eyes.
Very well.
Ghana,
Frederick,
we have been duped.
Thanks for your time, sir. Mobinson Kembi. Hello, good evening.
Bye-bye.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Mark.
Actually, me the BB.
Hey, BB.
Udini baby Afrifi.
You Sakura me.
Yo, Sakura meet you.
BB, they will say. Uka sema na wana evidence. Na si ye montani na uko ka sema ubisu a oni evidence ya. Then I be ka si a the say unsatisfied with responded. The evidence why. Asɛm na ɛka ho yɛfrɛ nnipa sɛ kɔkyerɛ de bia wonya wo sɔ na ade bibi foforɔ yɛnyinaa yɛhwɛ yɛ ano kasa deɛ wɔ mu ne sɛ excavator asɛm no a woka no minifoɔ so aban ne sɛ ne yie yɛaho bi pɛ asatena wuro kasa 500 excavator yɛnho biribi a ɛwɔ
ɛna ne ɔmo so de akɔ no so yɛ 556
yo asɛm na ɛwɔ ho no yɛ sɛ aban yɛbrɛ yɛ ansa na yɛde aban wɔ ba pa yɛbrɛ yɛ papa nti ɔmo a yɛma ɔdi dibrɛ no bi de bia meka ɔmo nya ade a ɔmo mmɛma government yɛ attractive that is the solution ɔmo nya adwuma ɛma aban no nyɛ attractive na ɔmo di ɔmo selfish interest na ɔmo di ɔmo selfish interest ebia ne nika be a president mama fan ono e nipa ba want to know what be dia enti na ofa amanfo se on fe and it say that issue ya e ka ho asem na te esi the body be any omo this can aka bom omo say ye to the police na ho se fifi ko ta ye why the same government na ebi mo kokona bi with ebi mo say omo pese omo ye police ya na eka yesa amafo discuss we are discuss na so ya ni omu koye ba ko na ya robit issue sabe antie tre omo ay ma omu jibra mi so omu ni man president mama o ni pa ba ko
Sakura Medase. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Actually, ni baby Afrifi.
Ibrahim Kwabrani for now, what to say?
Kwabrani for me who you na where?
Rather than German, the mood bomb and be a come.
The body, I say, Garnet you.
Now, Ochima, so I feel past me, we are Mekaka Craven Ochima to a cramo.
Back pass the trim, back pass the trim.
Oh, wait a minute, so I feel
and Fabrunia with crackers. Oh, count the we are on free. Why? Because we'll be so afraid in a soda that.
Mate, Gibran, the Nakatagana for you, and this is for through with the Nazi room. And then this needs a really good cafe. Because about the fencing or Mampini Mahama or Luko and Tobacco Pay. And I'm Uncle Fojima. And another don't want to age Morgana. Another appointment to Morgana, have been no one age Morgana. And so this forecast and another one, almost Cavatas heading, or you almost took them say that day. And so never ended the Yakoso. And nobody didn't have a super so somebody could tell us be. And there's something to like them. Mammy, I don't know. Mammy, I don't know the terror, the so cassette, and another government, sir, the scene. And your man, special assistant, no. Oh, the Dubias, and was it a Nunibo? Wouldn't the combo? I'm a net. Or to see the snow, so through the snow, as an American to be. I'm a pure what ever to put to their mind. I'm a kind of a today. And let's just say, this one, I'm going to say. Be brown. As you say.
Actually, yes, I know. I don't like that. Me no Kaseɛbɔ. Don't try to pull a fast one on me. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Bibi.
Odini baby Afrifi.
Bibi, Unia, Omega, or can't go shout.
Omega Garnet you.
You Kremusa, Obayane. Yes, you for no, of course. One more to Tony Omanti, yes, and your baby, now.
Oh, Omega Humano at Omega Mr. Asan Free Bim Wana Bra Humano. So, hello, good evening.
Maybe Yanya Yenka.
Asum Yenka, Queen of the Airwaves.
Bibi, me papa ona boda na mate mensa me shana me we wa. Bibi.
Queen.
Obe kai me abanda da ocho me MPP government. ECG almost the ma for a year or 2 years. Obet me akai me sa no Bibi.
You name your patch the PDS now Kayana.
Yes, PDS na make kind. Okay.
PDS and do 2 years.
It's every 1 year.
And do 1 year mpo.
And do 1 year so. Esase kana omuji no Bibi. Eko abani ho ana eko omufotomu MPP4 penyifo na HHFI.
Pacho company no directors.
Bibi, it is a MPP collect no bi ba no mu kasa fa ECG ho a. Eya me bisa omu ho, me bisa me ho say enti abrona omu penyifo ebedi wo ECG for 8 years no. Omu nkaya na. Omu chichemo omu nya sika no wie na omu sade go back to ECG. Omu race MPP race.
Na mo ye ho den.
Nkofo mu wa race yare wo.
Na mo ye ho den.
Omu nya sika no tem. Na omu chichemo omu na omu sade ECG no go back to ECG no.
Na me se mo ye ho den.
Bibi wonu na mi ba ho mi ba beta ho asemi. Sa honorable okujetu ne team, ora team ya ye ka ho asemi ya ye investigate. Sa nyama ne nyina ka ho, omu de akoma ampanyi o. Enti ye ka che se selesi John Dramani Mahama say, ansa na fi we de ko iwiye no. Sankofo ne nya ye pese emra, omu fo omu gina emra no, na emra ni wo munde. Special former road minister so kan because baby so ye succeed sankofo no gina court na ye sika ma omena NPP fo na omunya anuba radio so na de ense so mo be omu kan o me jai kasa because omu fan say NDC be 9 months ni ya che omu penyifo na omu de omu sabo aban sikemu ejiji aban da e ba property ma omu ho no NDC ye nka hwente no omu fan say omu fan fala. But he says, "Let's John Dramani Mahama, ye two cramano. But on one more than now, ye Jumano Maye, ye Sreno. Because on Gigi, I gonna forward on to Abamano. And ye corruption, ye cost to Abba, and that done for 8 years. Because NCP for Bianca, some you will pay you for sec, or no, I cost for NCP, and ye too much. And see, almost crampo, a company, my says, let's John Dramani Mahama. 9 months in it, then I pay you for your pound. Baby. Anka MPP collect be wa no mbekasa omu de enche kra ye de obi abegina amra no baku ye begi skara ma o man Ghana
ye de enko ba bia ye enko ba bia ya neti ye be hello good evening.
Hello good evening.
Udini baby afrifi
Togbi Akli o.
Pacho say
Togbi Akli.
Exactly.
Togbi
Akli. Oh Togbi.
Yes,
oh so facha me why.
Don't worry.
All right, Ghana to Togbi.
Yeah, we can start to come akapim.
What is everything?
Kokom akapim.
Akuyapim.
Yeah, akapim kokom.
Kokomu akuyapim. Okay, minimum ho. Minimum ho. Akuyapim ifa.
Kofura road. We are also from Afinju also.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Ghana to you.
Ready?
Yeah.
I say papa won't tell me concerning the excavator no.
Yeah.
Also one yard cry.
Adeng.
Oh. You are moving excavator from that place. Who name do ho asa what you just say. No open us to be this over there. How you know? Emzabi.
Talk with me too.
I say who ne do ho asa na wo fiase akofu.
Osi onim te osi onim dodo a omo movie 556.
Yes, onim dodo ho.
Ana me bisa say aha tie. Okay, o pa che say osi onim ne aka dia na che so onim dodo no nyina. Is that sana pa kire?
Osi onim dodo a wo ho asa na o tati move. We just think say e tell ho a o you have to see one aka 5. No, catch it,
because me busa ni was say 556 no movie. I hear na ka report or say this no ko check it.
Oh, onim. Ojo aso ko china se obi ba ku fiwa. Obeda ho. Okay, I see.
Pitié pa.
Nti ọmụ bụọ ya nkura. Ebe efe isi ji fono. Nti ụmụ asị. Obi oche isu mita. Beye 3 years ka na ọmụ ji beli. Ụka ọmụ sị onye n'etiti ọnụm. Ọmụ n'itu ase nipa no yusu. Hey Ghana pa, Mr. Baby.
Togbu enye ezi o.
Oh, mpefo de nti o masida. O ti o masida. Ya mi chemi na wa. Ya mi shewo ne gba pa wo go.
Yo, o se ekukapim kukom.
Kokom, yeah.
Kokom.
Okay, ane.
Next weekend me kwasra me mama okofo dua be fa ho. Why?
Mati.
All right, yo. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, big man. How you saying?
Obo ade adome ho ye. Udi ni baby afrefi.
If I'm Ochima.
Ochima.
I'm going to clear down, man.
Yo, Ochima Ghana you.
Okay. But I'll meet the first no be.
Me nya invitation. Me colleagues so yeah, in fact yeah register online but we nya response bi anti.
Nti
ade ha dia nya dia me ko.
And then a program, and then program no be am free man ntia.
Oh, sir, media houses in the doors. Ye nya nti mu.
Yes, I have fuchi e ohwe.
Ebi di bi
achi. Happy FM nye na mobile. Many adwuma waye wo happy FM wakoma. Ya na fu esi happy nye station kitwa. On say saa ehwehwe ni mu adwuma na amampani be so ye no. Eke wa anya nke because na kan pese mede nkra bi soma wo. Na okobu sama me. So amampani sama ye mampani efufu ado wo so. Na ye chinko fu okotum. Na ye mampani kasakia culture of silence. And then na aba. Sabi o tinte so already so ka ba be cho. O ka sa o TikTok e ba be cho. O ne o yere da ma na ye ba be cho. O twumoko ye ba be cho. And then o davi na se o num so ka ti cho. It's a day na aba then the next wo Ghana. Galamsia na o say ono na ba say eye abamu mpanifo na eye. Enu ta galamsia ne ko so. Eni wo ba ye no se e bruso against them. Excavators at first near see to no, and then two and then I fama. Omuana ira. And then you perceive them up and say, and then what you first on your man. And then me, Joseph Yami, the national organizer for NDC, Jimmy could never say, or my penny, Yanya Galam, the battle air. Oh, now we are no one yet. And then what me I found, yet the reporter back. Send this for you know, Yanchu. And then why I found obi ko 30 years. See you go for your market. You go another place. And then na mampani why you found. Na bonye ko chair na gi kakrebi acheno. Want to come ko chair na gi kakrebi acheno. O ka tete fi me be ko chair na gi acheno. And lot of people dey achom. And then na mampani be ka fa won ne. And na be happy from wo. E ko mo Bismarck Brown ko. No ko bu sa fa ko shi ma Ghana fo. Na me dey make cancer MPP. Ye ni mo an say excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bamia, ya turn away. Niyan in Kabum, a croye, Makuye. May they go face these people because we know, sir, whoever NDC deliver pardon, by the grace of Almighty God, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bamia, making the synchronym. You know what on away. And then this is my puzzle. Then the excavators era. Then the year brunko for
excavator behind your eye.
Minya, how are you? Friends, I'm national man organizer. I can't want it.
And Abisu, H. Samba can't send to sir.
The Batomana because a tonano.
A bason one soon a becker said,
this my gay.
Yea, brave.
Minya said, me, Honor will be back cousin. Now, or ye a government appointee.
Yeah.
No, but no, and you hear me then say your man resign. Eh?
Ochimai.
Yes.
If I see her, no vision can be.
What you say, ready for already?
I said a fact in an amede to him, Sabio be crampontes of the cancer.
Many means one pound once. Then Mumayan can of credit and quite have back.
Ochimai, Mobin can be why. Mobin can be Philip Jimasochi, why? Hello, good evening.
Good evening, baby.
Pachodini, baby, Afrifi.
Me did offer team. Make us a new plan station.
New plan station. Of a K Ganet you.
my memo about Sramenta Mac and Nitifa.
Obiajoso.
And producer. He do me that Zanko said Zanko. Yana means main kind of papa.
Joel Sanko.
Yeah, me chair baby will be. Yeah, more callers and say I'm on flame me program this week.
And I said one some can. I said Ghana Hanum where Kakoles I am one mobile studio how old you into mine.
Every moment I was this about bro me commander ne honorable body on also about national chairman. Hey, Bibi, don't trust woman be. Yeah, make a judgment. It's all got a and a visu baby yini and not say a yen of clan a trade and you need over the party. Bibi, ba. Bibi, Minister Chamoba starting a program na mo ye galante we are not. What have Fred by the Galante areas, no?
Yeah.
Last year, no more year, in some of Besaye. Now, Ghana, ye come by Bia, a Hoya Galante campaign. A minister, Amakufibu and the crew. And one of Koba Obesu, you know. And one of Koba Obesu. Bibi, me, yes, I did one I am Como, because I have politics in Nuas Eka. Bibi, Obia, who bet my Galante, I will Ghana. Obia, Hey, talk about Western region, and you may call a taqua. And you may want to so Conaza and I do be a two. No boys you, ya, my poor guy, be called Galante, be a paw. I'm sure more. Not your Pencladi Galante, no way at the Galante demonstration. 37. Some say, Ghana Pagro and it's Galante, Vivian. Now, Ubusa, mine, my back point of view, Ubusan Galante say, a cavete say, import bar. And now don't say they do Ghana. What's the propaganda? No, I know minimum last year and almost 3 months. After 3 months, now we do Ghana. No crown was one cat. And as I say, what cycle says here, cat if we so much caterpillar. Then caterpillar so ma abandon your nugget say, the excavators be at the Cogal and Tattoo. Man in your nugget say, you be the year you ma Ghana. You see die a coin. And your man and Cavetta and yet a wrong machine be at the Bagana a hard drink. Now, Bibi, Mestre, Junapo, Energy Minister. One other catcher said, what do one city? D levy, what do one city are 2 fuels? And the young fan mount, never bought by a light, you know. Necessary increments or more panel over 225%. Maybe that. And you say, I'm a man to be tell like bay, and Ghana. According to President John Mama, the minister now again say, we could have 3.250 a month. A month in Ghana. They say, deal of the Bomb Baba CCA. So, Tana Dillavi, a Yilavi, or more kaka. As you love now, send 1,000 cities there. A 2 city. Dillavi Nankaso, or the Abana, do 1 city at 2 patrols. Total for 10 million, 10 million. A 2, it's a 3 city. I can't handle Ghana. But I know the micro for Ghana say Ghana for say yes, special NDC for. So propaganda. I this a yes propaganda Ghana the mestremo. Member who say no claim Ghana. Member who's a material to be a politician. Bibi and try so you overcome the press because I now born let 10,000 soon over to. So how to remember the GBT that right. The amount we take to a call.
But you also and try oh yeah idea try we said try no call I am free walk there.
And I want to invite somebody and in fact and you need to be a better way to cut it off. Naga what the PSF. Naga why I want to make a case I'm gonna go from Okogo and Captain Smartimo. No Okobusa cheap.
Fesia. Of a yeah.
Oh, that be my Casabra.
Yeah, me for my last call and hello, good evening.
Evening, boss.
I told me last call, I would need baby.
Yo, but I know say I last call. Then can't change station.
Okay.
My patron said for Bismarck Brown.
Me patron.
Oh, okay. We are the petit. Not the Kenya cost here, facing and taking area. But and now we educative power, who educative power, plastic rubber.
That's right.
Until the China, no man, and Jones, is no damn it you.
Me that say, yeah.
Until why are you why?
Yes, small mind.
Now, in fact, I buy your own. We didn't see our own. We can't send me not when that problem. Here, you have a control what to 2028, you have a control. I mean, because from one of them, say, containers, VCD containers, Gajira, now say. La show mu containers na nyama na wo mi tete nyama ni wires ni oh ka se do why di Omwe no say oh sika bi akọ sika bi wo baby ni dollars ni gold ya omo nka ho hwe bi o ma ye din anyame wo ho we da say
me so me da was say me fa course ni bi
Epa ho adabe nti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe
98.9 FM epa ho adabe dwumadie enie afi no ajoin yen a welcome to the family. Yedi Ghana emu enkomo abedwafo atena se Natrim Bwede represented the NDC and Philip Jima also represented the NPP. Philip Jima is also the constituency youth organizer ma Ablekuma West constituency. Now my brother and friend NDC communicator Koku Mauli Nanegbe has sent me a message na menkan message say Bibi kindly wish a friend of mine Joseph Danso, an auditor of the Ghana Audit Service based in Winneba, well for me. May the good Lord bless him and grant all his life wishes. Bro, is it his birthday? If it is, happy birthday to you, Joseph Danso, oye auditor, ewo the Ghana Audit Service, or station ewo Winneba. If it's your birthday, the message is not clear, but if it is, happy birthday. And we wish you well. Yaba bedi enen komo issue said the top no so na wie. Say ba ku bia be ka ho a ye de be pra kwan ni mu. Abronye DC arresti na Esther some row within the MPP, not row as in omon kasa komo ewo amongst themselves. Ne momo ne police for and a person tijina. And na many Mustafa Salam, National Youth Organizer kasa odwumedie so. O ma eti ase se ayade MPP bear demonstration etiasa arrest of Abronye DC. Now omo letters and petitions ne bekwa koma embassies ahodo. And I'm say na Mustafa Sadi the minority for Krana no yebi. They boycotted parliament when the finance minister there media budget review uko. And omo boycotted parliament, they rather went around sending petitions to embassies ne missions ahodo. Now when then the best was we a police in Tibia and member Sam. President Mahama be hosting his first media encounter and then our Jubilee House at 8 p.m. Yebusa said, what are the issues? I also informing this encounter. Ghana for questions be no more a person media and Yebusa. Maybe phone lines. I was hoping to get a lot of that, but of course, I mean issues no so does to be any your person can want some. Government is set to launch Nkokon Ketenkete in October. Program no one of NDC for flagship campaign pa na July ena nanka wose dwumadie no ye pa ho ntoma ena aban ne ye said there be nkomodie ni nkwa akire nti omo betwe asen na omo broaden stakeholder engagement no ene omo so October enom de Nkokon Ketenkete program no ebebem. But all her projections are abina ya. The government is seeking to reduce importation of poultry by $300 million every year.
Happy FM 98.9.
And Nkokon Ketenkete with the capacity to do that, Anna. We'll wait. We'll discuss it. You can also join us. And niabeto mwe enyumire krane excavators public notice abetoja. Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority said, "Omu movie 556 excavators at port ho. They are called various military installations. Now it is in line with a directive from government to regulate the importation of excavators and also for the safe custody of such equipment. Now it is going to come at a cost to the owners of these excavators. They transport excavators and report to their military installation. Why excavator not they buy a oka? Be crown now so Honda a oka. Well, maybe I may say you're going to be paying 500 excavators, aviation lands.
Happy FM 98.9.
Excavators nina I evaporate. Are we sure we are doing the right things? Gentlemen, Mama Kwaba.
Brown. Ejoso.
Make sure you walk there.
Bibia wako.
Edobade nyame ase.
Brown, the mechanic say. And enumerate 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Or efficacy mu aben mu no. John Dramani Mahama Asia media men. I'm surprised Happy Munya invitation be I don't know, but maybe I'll make some calls and see because and you're right. Because Happy FM a media house of high repute, I think you must get invitation to also go there. I mean, find Chairman Miami boss, the Honorable Felix Kwachu Fosu, Minister for Government Communication, and Miami Chrome MP. Yeah, I'm Bonidin so. The Honorable John Ajankujo. Okay. I mean, for Central Constituency, my boss back on so. Latif Dan, Ablikuma Central, almost almost year pa.
Which Philip Jima. Bravo called here.
Happy FM 98.9.
Offer me. Oh, bravo.
Say in the next year, no, I'm mouse.
Amen.
Because Jumadia, all body soon, my Ghana, no. For baby, be abo abaso.
That's it.
Say flyers, ne banner the two status. Ne quite platform, so commenter. You go for pacify on.
Okay.
I just say you are really doing well.
Thank you.
But person you be a senior few honum. Oma said your money this sketch here. Oma ne ubum di at time. Because and it's alleged out there. It's some media personalities that has been bought by this current government. And then come here course of form say omo ensure there's certain wrongdoings now in promote to the other aspect of them. SN we are from and lot of other media houses almost we are from a selected few. So as soon as they make an cry, Ghana for be a would see me. And the most questions are able put to our president or
Happy FM 98.9
groups or and one be qua mojo my Ghana and one be can some as a beboa I'm on mana kunenimo. Moye and fremo. It is sad and never be a Ghana we do no. But in Empire, 2020 is just around the corner. Yeah. Can I do here Japan? I will be a channel. Okay. And they are there no be a case Kennedy and neighbor because every constituency police station
almost say connect.
Obia gets ways we are connected to a year Kennedy Japan 2028. Now yeah GD ono na Ghana for no yesu frɛ no in fact utie yenu anama domo ka and say only one of the honest politician omo tried businessmen and other personality from other background but this time you know say a businessman
omo tried
lawyers
communicators economists
I want to communicate.
Oh, His Excellency the President right now.
Okay, join no communicate.
Or you're a trained journalist, you know that.
Oh, okay. It's in the only Ghana be communicate.
And a proud member of GJ.
Okay, only Ghana be communicate.
See, so communicate.
Na Juma no ntimi nye anamboa. Ghana Juma no ntimi nye.
Oh, show so ntimi nye.
Ebe din ko.
Na mo amu betimi nye dey see the name amu dey kudu here.
Oh, you see in fact, e do man share yensa. Judging from 2017 to 2020. Maybe I don't want to campaign on economy. Until COVID by Nyama Chiyensen. And COVID no, so best who say they can no clear. Yeah, President Mama admit it. You understand? As a COVID affect
yeah.
Or by more admit it. And also other countries are country be affecting. It will share most of them is your coalition amount Mama Beam.
Okay.
You understand? To tell us who say you are not being a COVID, it can story would have been different. It's no me you are there.
And then Dr. Bamia or Kumasina me could see in common be or say the opponents in any namuna. Omo the man Prusiku since semina campaign Tiano. Na Fis MPP Mulusu Boko seats and yet be a call way back cra the 60s. They be Victor Usumre, they be Raji Kufomre. We na namunya 0 seats.
Bibi.
Na then the MPP nya 0 seats. I say no Dr. Baomiana. Why?
Bibi, I say when ko ankan ke ye. Yes. It say obeka che yen delegates. Say now Nikita Ashanti vote. Obia o coalition a who base how they call. It say base Ashanti and it be Eastern.
Yeah.
Ono meti as say or the northern ever be kan wa mai. Enam no ka say ye dey buy no northern ko si say. There are several police stations score 0 or honum.
A question his running mate post.
80, you see, some corners also the back. Me am tia there. Me dey ask me ma miawo. Yes me nweni.
Yeah.
It will be catch so the Nordic vote. Who it ma for Nordic vote na ma. It's hard then as a sound ko bi. And in fact, in your time, and I'm about 4 different regions, I score 0 as a parliamentary seat. Yeah, you have 4 different regions. About 96 polling stations, only 1, and ultimately winning as a president and the presidential election. It's you know, you can see a coma too much. You know, me you agree the next election. It's young community bit me dinner bonting. Come up with dino polling stations. You shall delegate any edi. Come up with dino radio so. It is uncommon. It's also the start. Call the start and now mere police station for the crew. Because now you are not share formula so for you now. Okay, we need election the next election year, 2024 election. Just say you are saying, I draw money in the truckano, and the fuel price cost dollar cost. You need COVID 98.9. But in Pioneer, as a bit more son yemum. Ni Ghana etima kwenim. Okay. Iron Ross, the last time bisa Iron Ross, a year 16 mm. Bisa was about 16,000 plus, and then I'm 17 plus, and then beside, till graduate is going up, but Mama Ghana 40 I say, yencha number, mu plan B, be a mode ba.
Mate,
ube shenyema.
We dey di kwem. Okay, so a media encounter and the oboso the.
Yeah, my boss the bank. You be call abronya.
You call abronya eso na yehwe nkoko nkitinkiti the capacity to deliver a reduction of poultry by $300 million every year. I mean to you.
Bibi me that say. Me sounds what cheer happy the American say me tie in debia me pick one very important issue I'm doing say ebe boama discussion and so akosu during this week I was on a media house and me say adia ba ku bi a was here nyina hwe asoman yes so ano ye this issue about graduation in basic school, graduations in kindergarten and even in KG. Bibi, I think say it is something GS and the ministry must check.
Okay.
Mijidi says Akora bi osua de for Akra future. It is in no doubt. But say Akora work kindergarten. Now say you are burdening the parent to go and sew, for example, next Atadia Makarano. Akopam soja Atadie. And you see schools in
career day.
Thank you. Schools in the consistently. And I believe say a bit me once maybe at the JHS level. Akora do maybe JHS 3 uni ayamano. Because I ask myself, say, Akora basic school, kindergarten, what knowledge no what about a career path? Because stage B, I feel no chassis.
I will for never cry beside man kodano.
Thank you. And the young Shana whom say, if it will happen, cry should be once in the child's lifetime at the basic level, maybe you know. But from kindergarten, the pressure it puts on parents, you know. And
the interesting thing is that you encourage column no. At the basic level, you discuss a career.
Thank you. And maybe where from it?
Nanka a curriculum who say you be a juma person at that level. Then career day makes sense.
I say most of the schools, you know, use that as a conduit to make money from parents. Because some of them, Oma Pam, the shirts already. Say police atadia. Yeah, they have it already. Until they put the cost there for you to go and pay. And I believe, say the GES, the ministry, must stand up on some of these things. Abandoned schools in yes, sir.
Private schools.
Yes, private schools are regulated.
Yes, but I don't know how big a deal. And
you see, Bibi, the private sector almost augmenting what government is doing.
That's true.
We can't leave them say a private school until it is a situation a man realizes say her parents maybe.
Where she was a home.
A home pa.
Yes,
you see.
The bad dress it is a doctor. And they take pictures and post.
Thank you. As for taking pictures and posting it, it is something some of them do. But we share the cost burden and they must some parents. I think the schools must review their plans going forward. Maybe another opinion so. Menyanti say Secretariat for Scholarship. Oma Babontin say last 8 years, share the previous government and how scholarship was being awarded, there is a big scandal, brewing.
Okay.
Much in the same way, I've also heard national service, over 1,000 babies were captured on national service and in the previous government. 98.9. I only say one thing. If oral fails, the government of the NDC is dead. The scandals will come. And now you have the resources to do investigations.
That's right.
Yeah, who said there is maybe a month for state lands at a cheap price. Yeah, investigation who said Oko National Service there is a rot there. Recently, scholarship areas who said there is evidence there. What are we doing about it? I don't believe in this complaints. Yeah. Actions must be taken. Bibi, it fits into the idea of what over the weekend. You see, say, if we do things as business as usual, in your course previously, yes, answer to us, there was no business in changing government. Yeah. There was no business, say, over 1.something million votes against the NPP.
For the oral report in a catty deals.
And papa. In an area, and I believe, say, the secretary was trying to become a bit decorous in not bringing out names. Diplomatic. But I feel, say, so much that the names must come out. Bibi, I think, say, those who have cheated this country by stealing government money, yes, I won't say we'll go back to the ages of military, but we will get there gradually. People now lose confidence in democracy.
So, what has John Mahama in the run up to the election?
Yes.
Or say, or only the last hope for this democracy. That's a one performing year. A bit me my democracy, no, and when you are beam.
Minna Yajin Yepa, as I say, share or man boy sema a course over the 8 years. A government of the MPP, corruption ado chromo, catastrophene proye, coupled with a mess in the economy. John Dramani Mahama was seen as a hope to salvage Ghana.
But broadly, the pain of Ghana for Bebre is not just about 8 years of Nanado. It is a holistic look at the Fourth Republic
98.9
and how far Ghana aba and whether that democracy and Fourth Republic ne de breno a swab and we want to really continue ana.
Over 30-something years, I adopted democracy, 1992. Ubisamia, I think we could have done better. Yes. Mejitum say previous governments before the 8 years of Danado and Baomiano didn't do also so much well. But how they compare the rots in the system over the last 8 years and manifest in the elections of 2024. And I believe, sir, I will not blame anybody in the previous government. So I'm engaging in corruption and bribery. We have the chance now to be able to go into it. Bibi, Adia Bakwan, I didn't like about the work of this current agent. They say, so be a fiscal, no the biaba. Near see we are negotiating.
Plea bargain.
Bibi, the pros and cons. A creative impression be said, when I come into government, let's be USK. Now I invest in my profit. See a chimia, see can I be fire and this is Yaba, my father 40 plus my profit. No, yeah, in your mind, sir. When it happens that way, Bibi, we are enriching the citizens and the country will be neglected. And I believe, sir, Yenshe na oral must work.
Okay.
Oral anye juma. I dare say, sir, it will be the last straw that will send NDC back to opposition. We don't want it that way.
And NDC for most start here, hashtag oral must work.
Yes, it will be a chance here.
Trend that hashtag.
Okay. You call the arrest of the Bono regional chairman of the MPP.
Oh, you see,
yes, I want DC. Bibi, abroad the enyo. Abroad the enye. And I'll say it and say it again. Bibi, let me say this. It may sound explosive.
Pun intended, Anna.
Bibi, no reasonable person will sit in this studio or any other studio to defend Abronya over the years. No reasonable person. Anybody who does that, I'll be very much surprised with that person. Bibi, Obi Kachira will say, Ghana ehu. Now Kaseɛbɔ that particular person is being mischievous and onim the okan. Bibi, I've seen you for almost about 2 months now. Ejuma we ohanum say no. As obi atata wana bibi. Obi ambe tata. And the fact is that se woko create
ebi amintia obi apodua so.
Yo. Ana untia so that because se bibi unim nyansa. Unim ansama se woka ebete wi podua so ntu nka. Oko internet so. Na wo create ohia TV. Na wo kwatena ho as a regional chairman of a party. The party show, so you had more than, I think, 5 seats. Now you have only 1 seat in your region. Now on can sema, it will rake in more vote for your party. Now udi attempt a young crowd vile allegations. You see, Obika say, yeah, chain, there is nothing. Our kind of chain that tani pano. Say me na untia bronye. Asamba ko okay and say during the Akwetia by-elections, you know. The current IGP, any NDC go a meeting, and in that meeting, you know, they plan to rig the elections. Osanso can say this particular IGP, the West IGP, okay, you have your opinion.
Fair comment.
Fair comment. You can give your reasons why he's worse, but to attack his person.
And it's a defamation. The IGP should sue him.
Thank you.
Why arrest him?
It's
a civil matter.
The Abronya has been arrested. Offensive conduct conducive to the breach of public peace.
Which conduct is conduct?
You see, is a call that will determine it. The police have a way of doing their own thing. Abronya has not been beaten. Abronya, yeshisheno. At a point in time, almost about 2-3 days, no more. And if you are invited, now the police have fears to have to believe say you are evading arrest. They'll come and they'll pick you up. You see, baby, I think say anybody who reads in between the lines, who say he was just trying to put the country's name into dispute. They say he was trying to write to the embassies and agencies say he wants to seek asylum. Who is chasing him? What has he done? Bibi.
And I said the police was looking for him.
If police is looking for
who was chasing him.
If police is looking for you, must you seek asylum? Bibi, uti hai. Police are called fear. Will you go and seek asylum? You will go and find out why they are looking for you.
Ebi ana minim into omo hwehwe me.
Uni minti also ko.
Ena ne minim nu nsunti bi aminim ne bebi free ba.
You see, Bibi, consistently.
Yeah.
Yehu communicators on the media space say both political parties we give oxygen to omo mudi atem. It is said they don't see reason with you.
Will be interested.
I know people in MPP they're not happy with what he's doing. But the fact is that we must sanitize the media landscape. 98.9. Sabi offer Abronya edisiho. Now for current IGP. Udiomutun senienia. Sabi obra IGP abono. Abronya is coming up. He may get there. But the fact is that a media landscape near a landscape of where people insult. People raise allegations, baseless ones. No mean we are destroying the very country you are trying to build.
Question be said. You have been beneficiaries of SAR practice, insults. Media people are socialites identify with the NDC are not more sympathetic to the NDC. Communicators nebi social media space here. Your coalition, it's same bebre. Atem was a fly from both ends.
Yeah.
At that time, you until condemnation from the NDC and a call for the arrest of Sam Crawford. And then, Maba Power. Musa Bronya ko kan say
FM 98.9.
But yes, some say IGP say Abronya ko ka say metia.
Thank you.
Inti wakwache no. Mu defende ka say China ya China ne kwan so ano no because I atem didie.
Bibi.
But you have been beneficiaries
of. You
of
expect me to come and sit here and say Abronya di atem ya nche no. NDC nchi Abronya o. The laws are working. The police hierarchy is not NDC. Unless you are telling me say it is a president who told the IGP to go and arrest Abronya, which you don't have evidence to that effect. Maybe the fact of the matter is that, so we say, NDC need be the attempt going to the elections. Those sympathetic to NDC for it moves to the attempt. and you have evidence to that effect, say it's a breach of public peace, a breach of our peace in Ghana, you can take it up.
Why is the police not taking those matters up?
The police,
and
the police is acting on what Abronya has done. So if you feel that the police is not acting on what has happened in the past, you can take it up. 98.9. But the fact is that Metie Salah Mustafa, and the Okan, I think that is most unfortunate. Okay. Or say Abronya they were engaged in demonstration. First of all, demonstrating is his right; he can demonstrate. But as to whether it will have any effect on the arrest, only time will tell.
Let me ask you this final question. I'm a Philip on the same matter. Your by-election. And interestingly, Abronya's matter, if a by-election, your by-election. We saw my first national vice chair threatening the minority leader. So the tone was in this officer and Kebenya by-election in the Krum. In Chechimunya, no so the tone and Kubukunu.
Tana Otiasefa.
Well, na by-election kwambe first.
Enye wungu by election ba.
Or no azo kanaka kwambe no bema by-election ba.
That is what we must find out. We can't conclude say obekunu. No.
Na mebo.
Why do you conclude that way?
No, Nipani is sitting MP. On resigning, on cross carpet. Now also beto no hono mo anka by-election be so no wa. Sa we say 2 reasons for by-election free. Why di be miem naka. Owo. Ana yade.
Me hu ni sa.
Okay, Odie, my family question, Nimra.
Thank you.
Publicly issuing a threat against the minority leader. He physically attacked the counterpart from the MPP. Police phone che so far Zoka. He has not been put in a Black Maria, and the days as we say na Black Maria ni si Akwetia. The same Akwetia matter na Abronya kan ho asem. Then your science uncle we who bet Abronye. Unto say selectivity be yabem.
There is no selective justice anywhere.
Okay.
Bibi Bisahon say Edeba the Entina as Okaka say Obechinanka there will be by-election there. What happened? Have you asked yourself that?
Is that a justification
we are engaging in the discourse. I don't think say he just went there and said, say, if I see a phenomenon there will be by-election. We should ask ourselves questions. First of all, I condemn the statement. Not a threat on a phenomenon's life. I condemn it. But you can't tell me, say, it means you will kill him. The information you pick here, they say, MPP4 call close to NDC head office in Akwetia. And it's alleged, said there are some posters on free honum. And that infuriated Azoka. But I think the comment he made on the fact that there will be by-election is unfortunate. But nobody can tell me, say...
Why is it unfortunate?
It's unfortunate because leaders don't talk like that. You don't threaten your colleague.
So you agree, say not threaten, but
yes.
You say
if I threaten you...
What kind of threat was that?
Thank you very much. A threaten that you apprehend him for removing the process.
By-election, Beba.
Absolutely.
How?
Menka said to bring by-elections there. If I apprehend you, that doesn't mean by-elections.
So what did he mean by Mekoto no Juanka by-election be so the crew?
What shows that he will kill him? What shows that he will kill him there?
What shows that he would not penetrate? We'll say unfortunate.
It's unfortunate.
Leaders don't talk like that.
Thank you very much.
So what is the problem with what he said?
The problem is that...
Is it not what it means?
Thank you. The problem is that he's a leader. And his statements can bring an uproar. But it doesn't mean that he will kill him there. If you conclude, say, the statement means that he will kill him there, I will not agree with you.
Mama, 3 instances, sir,
yes.
At the by-election bar.
Thank you.
My resign, my cross carpet, and I'm a yarimi to me near Jumani beam. And now say, ooh. Sami and saying in a fenyo marking, enye, or resign here, or make us so yare, and I won't cross carpet here. A kaba cope, and this woo. It is a case of a total by-election this year.
That is what you think. I don't believe that Azoka would have gone to kill a fellow man.
So why is the statement unfortunate?
Because leaders don't speak like that. You don't speak in such a way, say, Obe Freo supporters saying, there will be by-elections. Their statement,
what is the implication of that statement?
The implication means that there would have been some gidigidi over there, but they
know the by-election.
Bibi, Utemi.
Mitipa.
What I'm saying is that the statement by Azoka is unfortunate. Leaders don't speak like that. You don't go to a place and speak as if Opese gidigidiba.
Yeah.
I've also stated say Afenyo Marking went there and it's alleged say Omkoteti process for Honum.
Yeah.
True or false?
It is alleged.
Thank you very much. So why would you say someone he goes that he will kill him? Why would you say that?
Philip Jima, my member. Na mintio on Abronya DC arrest and matters arising.
Bibi Machia, Machia, Professor Addison, December to remember, and if you are me, Sako, Achimotago Hills. It is sad. Ghana Baby Abedu. Over the years, in Imhawa, the democracy in Yeshimukina, and that Bambia or saying or you tatis, I can a political opponent, a common watum. And but you see, the sad thing is, over the years, and now Nyame Kosom, we say Kevin Taylor, in the more deep panibia to my with him, or buy state put at Seno. It does something in atom, one penny for one win atom, and now I'm not going to go to the atom, or bagana coqua. But, and this is so weird. Yeah, I can't remember NDC. Yeah.
Kevin so kokos.
Senior Mamengasa. Why? Ebi say yenya basinteli. Inim say Muslim, you can so be pork.
Happy FM 98.9.
We just simply so come out TV3 at that social media platforms. I say His Excellency, former Vice President, every pork or sounds no unsa. Ako can we nyina Bibi what tells obi ko channel. Bibi come at tie font, obi ko channel.
But some kwache bongo ideas. So
no,
na say no so example. Now obi anchomo. But ebisu sisi ya mo chi bi.
Bongo ideas no kan.
Okotro bibi for first lady. National security for na che.
Oh, okay. You see, obi say yenya Captain Smart. It we can yema sabi eya sefem say fe ninka. But ni dey detain on my way say mo. Because he believes say freedom of expression, 1992 constitution, and the straight democracy. No. So I feel say onipano aye bonia, o picking the abonico court. You understand? And o ma oniko court so 98.9. Those who I say bare condition, a year article 21 plus 1D. Emma o kwine. O does here. Eso onipano, eso timi the money bill. Now let's
say constitution so say bail discretionary. Judge no na opa obema wo.
You see, me the minimum say pay your constitution no. And next when the pana akos murder and that's what we tracing.
Every offense is bailable.
Okay.
Now court ruling. Every offense
that's
is
good.
bailable.
Okay, my argument is simple, mommy. So what is happening now as of my brother killed someone. You understand? If when you do this, it brings unnecessary tension. And a man, ordinary person, or team, or in the trot room, the taxi, and when they say, NDC, they have to something. What they within a short time, 8 months on by, you have to fire pick you up. Only MPP, and also be your customer MPP. And we are saying now, it is a President Mahama, Mr. Mahama, the catcher say, or Baba Straight Democracy. Now, or just say, Onim Dioka intro. You understand? Now, no, we are president, how are they now? Quanya fatal. And you may boy tension. Boss, you don't do it. You understand? Eti say abronye chairman FAC nyama bi koso na ene na adwin hye or kana asema na sem no aka say yes we did IGP atem me trans so asem kan ne so but IGP beti na court say na o kan say civil. You understand? Beti na court baga so o pekino just to a person change bigger crowd TNDs for now. Change bigger crowd, change bigger crowd. You see, we are sana we create a lot of tension our system. Which at this point, high cost of living na nyame cost no. And you to abama say mom make sure say Ghana for your home high. And I can go to can 5 cities. Kiti. I boss. Wait 23 boss. You so pebiane. Wait 23 boss. And no, you see, Mrs. I can graduate 23.
Any so,
Mrs. So, oh, Panesta, my Bameto Biaba. next time
enye one na be
oh me maduane no
wa hye dem one
me pacho de
ana be ko ka che document say boss small one bi ma me
say me chere tie for so ni malam a stage market opposite ho ne ton no macho obi betima akwa check kiti eno ne to abama na dollar kosro and fuel price kosro eno ne to abama me some ram solve enye to harass people I so obi otimi so na nyema na odi number bi just to create tension and divert attention boss more mining koso abronye so is like oh Ghanaian and then you mu na man seek for asylum no konya mu ye mu bo man tan mu haze ebi kro nim kra say so wanya sade ne kra na mu nya na meku no o just say now ye me boss salam musa
Happy FM
e ka say
98.9
bibi so ka say be stage demonstration a constitution man ho kwan SS demonstration say in fact enya bebre akoso a ye twen by from December from next year going ye betting teskoko about high cost of living any NDC any John Mr Mama and manager mine no enya bofun na etan na eya why because
is it not the case say mumienu nyina MPP ni NDC munya political power na mo de kire to me mo de kire say bukura power show Ananado Mensa Thompson, executive director of ASEPA, was arrested. Or a Facebook post. And now alleged say President Nanado and any relatives use presidential aircraft to know at the UK. December 2021, on January 7, 2022.
Happy FM 98.9.
Anna,
me too.
Okay, so on January 7, 2022, Thompson posted an allegation on his Facebook page. The first two paragraphs of which said, so between the 20th and 30th December 2021, during the Christmas, the children of a close relative of the president took Ghana's presidential jet, the Falcon EX jet, on a trip to the UK just for Christmas shopping. Yechino, Emra Okansa same way. Accra FM's Bubi answer. On also February 11, yet he was arrested. I didn't call Nima police station. Nima, any police. Me sank bin kahun.
What a bongo ideas in a crowd.
Makabongo ideas, no smart,
ne. Captain Smith,
Salama to Mohammed, a mother of 4, also November 16,
98.9,
was arrested for wishing death upon President Nanado in a viral video.
Those personal bombardino. Will you say, only NDC sympathizer and also NDC members?
This for my NDC for answer.
No, I'm driving somewhere. I'm only asking a question. Maybe so say, me catch say it's a tool to close the mouth of their political opponent. But it doesn't mean say as a citizen, we are the nenya. You are picking up.
What side take Kevin Taylor? Pacho or NDC near or Cadbury member.
Kevin Taylor, it is known fact so NDC or NDC. It is known fact. If you like, open the phone lines. Me say the big it goes to a credit of NDC.
Okay.
So, and make sure so I'm trying to say no. Let me land.
Oh, na see edim komo. O kasa na me ye ni bi. Me bebe mu tajecti e push you to the wall. Enjoy it and manage it. Why? Normal. No crowd.
Happy FM 98.9.
Send your perceive say Kevin Taylor NDC ni no. And also perceive some sympathetic towards the NDC. It is an another because some are sympathetic towards NDC.
You see, you can only say that when I idea repeat all over the time. Kevin Taylor then I idea every day. I say home in so on. You understand?
Repeating it.
But what I'm saying is that it doesn't mean say.
And then another one see you know.
Oh, it doesn't mean say money bill, right? Yeah, money bill. And make sure say it doesn't mean say yeah private democracy until we BBA my from investigate you. And yes an yeka. So me tie ka bronye case no. I say I date my bronye bill. Now you say money bill. Most one tells say money bill.
Discretion.
You understand? But every choice say the offense and your offense
and I judge in the NDC.
No, and oh,
judge
and you say court needs one. Court needs you are painting NDC. And then they see how are you chief of staff? How are you chief of staff if you want to know? Now it is sad.
Chief of staff.
Sorry, you CJ. Sad and then Ghana for a brain. If you do that, Bama Ghana for so that's it. Judicial system. You understand? Since 1963 or so, and it's Akukosa.
Mr. Akas and being in our studio has it. Meaning Philip, we are all young people coming up. During MPP time, there were judgments from the court. But you have no right to say the court has been painted NDC.
But as about anything amount stop no, because more power. You called a whole Supreme Court panel unanimous FC.
It doesn't mean that
political communication. What was the point? Unanimous FC because most say one more decision.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Support to a
Bibi, I like that. Bibi, what you can judgments can come. I'm a law student. You can criticize the judgment, but to say the court, all the court has been painted NDC is an unfortunate statement. And he must not say that.
President Mahama, Oya campaign, share NDC lawyers. Or catch them say, Kufuor pack Supreme Court to know with MPP lawyers, with MPP judges. It is important say ebe working hard. No muso makoti na bench.
These are two different things. Yes.
If
you encourage your members.
Okase Kufuor package judiciary anyway. Okase Kufuor package the judiciary the bench with MPP judges are. Is he not painting the judiciary with MPP colors?
Bibi, me say we cannot come and sit here as young politicians. Philip, statement I want make it's a statement a day court into the dispute. So Philip, you cannot say the court has been painted NDC.
There are several ways of killing a cat in a simple
Chief,
that statement now, you must give reasons for him. But to make those statements it's very unfortunate.
Objection overruled.
Chief of staff, sound mind. What does say? On show CJ, on show any sign of say Najimu Kano. And that's why incompetent.
And no one in your office.
You understand? And you know what? Some of the factors. It's the number petition. Oh, you see, so more your campaign. Na mo catch moka mobiati. Nyame na meti yo. Ukwa TV. Ese ye by Chief Justice if you want. Then na mo go share ukwam ga tell say be me nwe na petition.
Back to Abronya, sorry.
And it's sad. But your maya, you come to strengthen state institutions. So that's so be benya gidie e was institutions nim e ho asam ne yeka no enne abronya yonku nipa abronya kwaze otu abagu e den na ma mo kwan say ma abronya bill ye nyina no sabi yen kwaka say the abronya kan no wa yade we are not saying that somebody di e ho IGP atem yen kansa but why bibia as a court can ask them the man
court no dem ko
but them look say you fighting for bail them say that be
no bail no when na dem bail judge na ma bail
and make and medical sem say and judge na ma we crash say you need GDO judges ni mu
na no ya mu free power mu ni GDA
na do ma ye
some few months back you defending the judiciary
you defending you try the best 20 them institution
all right
and just to defend you PRO for CJ and now your court no but just the right thing should be done
okay
and yes say we say
and yes say we say meaning we say kuro dey
we say ni
Nature what the last minute ebe hwe nkokon ketekete na wa react kakra so akawana
Bibi
reaction the way
I don't normally do this but I think me nua Philip wa mbampu ankeye because in some okay kan no insisi so
yes who is talking
first of all okase abronya ye man bail no NDC ma bail na you see you must know what you are saying no abronya's answer mo kan no NDC nkoche no emra na che no
also referring
to omo no nso no ye mo abronya e de ne she ka kama mu
See what he's talking about.
You didn't call court, no?
Black Maria can't come out.
See, as more I mean, sad. What's not Kaseɛbɔ?
And not court. And a court, they say, on shame up to Friday. In the wisdom of the court, who name the reason why they say on shame, Nimpo Siki asylum there, maybe I catch the court say, Ubekunu. Into probably he being in the cooler would have been better.
Protective cost.
Thank you very much. And you better not say, freedom of speech under threat. I know him the when you leave here, you are going back to your place in Dansoman. Obi ancho, Obi anya wohwe. If you want to sound so bad, you see, freedom of speech ewo honum. But who can say man, a breachy public peace, you not be allowed to go.
Asma Bronya kind, how was it going to breach public peace?
Bibi.
And answer, how does it breach public peace?
But that's it. Okay, tell me, say, the head of the police service. I will name him Wako by election. I could share one faction of a political party. On any planning to rig the election. What are you doing? Abronya is not just an ordinary person, or you're a leader of a whole political party in the Bono region. And this particular statement, you can't tell me, say, it has no requisite, fact to breach public peace. And the BB, I think, say, Abronya's arrest.
98.9.
And I'm constantly pepe. Yanyaneshi, Yamuni, Ympran, Emrana Channel.
Okay.
Sembrana Channel, so are running in the BB, and Mampini Asia media men in the Jubilee House. I believe, sir, the media is a fourth arm of government. Without the media, no information will be going out, no entertainment, and other relevant things I will see. I believe, sir, if the first gentleman of the land, after about 8 months, or person Ghana is through the media. And I think this is not the first time ACR, other governments, all these things help in deepening our democracy. And when you say governance is brought to our doorsteps, I know, say 8 p.m. and almost all media houses ever carries our program in life. What I expect is our media men should go and ask questions. It will bring development. Okay. You some instances sometimes and who some personal questions.
President, what are the ashamed to mano a friend so and so?
You see, Bibi, bootlicking. Thank you. Yeah, what relevant questions are? It will give the president the chance to be able to explain things. In Yamaya Koso, just 8 months, Bibi. Who did the economy of Ghana compare the previous government? Menka said we are where we are supposed to be. But clearly, we are moving on the right track. That is why this government, it was goodwill, no? So you have many facets of the economy. Many Ghanaians believe that the country is on the right track. They are opposed to that effect. Into Syria, I don't know what you're laughing at. Yenim, say are buying flagship programs.
Now we are,
24-hour economy. The framework has been designed. Very, very soon it will be launched. Yenim said it has been launched. Thank you. It has been launched, but it has not actually taken effect. There are some agencies like the port and other areas DVL, but it has not been launched on a mass scale. That is what I'm trying to.
It has been launched on a mass scale, but implementation, it's in different phases.
Thank you very much, Bibi. Yenim said the no fee stress is in force. Most students in tertiary, refund of their fees payment. I admit, say, but it's in the pipeline and EBA. Yenim about the Jumora project, the programmer. Yes, say will give some capital through NEP. Me and Madam for or head of NEP. Currently he's a lawyer now. Or yes, I will be able to implement that. Now small businesses are buying the ABA and non-credit will support them. In the Mahama case, I say in the health sector, no, say unya yaribina say ya kwankwa ababet masowasene. I believe say there are many programs buying the ABA. And then you the opportunity to be able to address all these things through the media. Asembakwe Hami. Oh, I know my boss will be listening, and Dr. Aya will be listening. And say, I'm sad, say, a media house like Happy FM. As at now, munya accreditation to go there. I think, say, before we leave here, some of us will make some calls to ensure, say, if Happy will get somebody to go, they must give that chance to be able to go there to ensure, say, they can also bring the information back for people to listen to it.
Philip. I'm sorry, so.
Coco getting it.
October never launch.
Yeah, in fact, on my bida. President Mama 2014. And more assembly in himself up confirm. Oh yeah, he be saying maybe confirm go see confirm no medical launch go see
Maybe say Asontaba cottage for.
It's
under RLG.
Ghana. See omadi kan yibi. And am we no, eni baby akukọ to FI. Confirm no. Enu entakraboa. Osan so be ye entakraboa bi mu se nkọ kenyekete. But you see adea me yega some hwe ni di say minim oma eputu policies ni nyema together for the president. Omu di abro. Come engage farmers. Minister Deputy Agri Minister John or a farmer. Adea a year farmers no. How mo pay feed no. You understand? And how meet manya a year financial support. Omo you know, and no more headache. That's what they will tell you. Feed no. It's you know, and a young headache. And now ma kusia bokosro. And then we need their kosro. It's if a bind will be a young quantity. A ye go so man on quantity. Now only feed nas for now. I say. Bibi obi Juma auto tundra abreno abonica it would be a crown if you don't take care you see omuntunko ebiana omoluzu and what should idea on somebody else na I say every year a bino import poultry at about $3 million.
That's a fact.
You understand? The previous administration try so so other farmers are saying. We say the farms na so so must say it's you know I think say so much to the previous administration here you know. But we also by I mean when you or conforming but I'll tell them some advice some notes. Na Ghana
very well. Philip Jima Ablekuma West constituency youth organizer for the New Patriotic Party. Nurturing Bwedi a member of the NDC communication team attached to the office of the minister in charge of government communications. Gentlemen, Madam Ase. Me sorry so na yejemu ediama Kaseɛbɔ team no Kaseɛbɔ mu twere konkron for na abai. Bidin ne Bismarck Brown Madam team na say Reynald Yawa Jiman aka the mask na mada Jimaima anso ase and of course Joyce who ensured that